Cool.
Button has been pressed.
Yeah, just move the button off the.
Lights on. Oh,
There
yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Lights on,
Better
cameras
move
on.
right there. Pro move.
Yeah, seriously. No, trust me, it'll be in the long run.
Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a while, but...
They don't know. Not playing.
Yeah, I know. But
Welcome back to the Don't Wait podcast.
don't wait.
Don't wait.
We didn't, don't worry, we didn't wait. We just couldn't get around to it, you know.
Yeah.
We weren't waiting, but
Yeah.
real life shit, you know. Extra work, extra stuff, you know, just always part of life.
Which, yeah, I don't think that's the epitome of waiting. You know,
No.
it can be sometimes, but it's not the epitome of waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting is just like when you know you damn well probably could have already been done. You just haven't done it
I heard something earlier
or tried it.
that said, like,
at least.
by telling someone something you're gonna do, you get like the same like chemicals to your brain as if like you're actually doing it.
Actually doing it, or it's already done? Because that's what I get all the fucking time. That's why I'd rather just not say things
One of
to
those,
people.
kind of one of those. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember which one. I think they said actually doing it. So then you never get around to doing it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because you just from telling someone like, yeah, I'm gonna run a marathon. You know. And
Yeah.
You get, I don't know. It releases the same chemicals, I guess.
Oh. So, okay, so it's kind of like one and the same thing, sounds like.
Yeah.
Because I know damn well that happens to me, dude. Oh, my God. I can't even tell you how much power there is in that. Like, it's like like, it's almost like you feel as though it's already done, you know. Like, I'd rather just tell you, yo, I ran a marathon last week, and I just did it, and then you're like, oh, and then we can talk about it all day, rather than me saying, yo, I'm going to run a marathon. I haven't signed up yet, but I'm going to do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, I could see that, like, it seems as though it's already done because you've said it. So I'm sure that ties into that, like, you know, henna shop girl type shit too, like, you know, where it's like law of attraction and stuff. And people believe in saying it. They actually usually go on the contrary. They'll be like, oh, you know, just keep on saying it, keep on, you know, believing it.
Right.
It'll happen. I'm like the opposite, dude. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I always felt like that law of attraction. Like, I believe in it, but I believe in it in the way that if you like think about something enough, you're actually gonna like take action, not just think about it. Like the thoughts and words aren't gonna do anything, but if you actually like live like you want to do that,
Yeah.
I feel like you will attract it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I think your focus has to be on that. And your focus has to be so intense that you may not even feel the need to talk about it, because it's like you're on that all the time, you know.
yeah, that's how I feel a lot of times when I feel like I was thinking about that. I was like, people ask me, hey, what you been up to? And I'm like, I always say like nothing, or like, but I feel like I do a lot. I just like kind of, it's the same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like nothing to me, but it's like, no, I went and did this. I took the dog. I went for a run, went to the gym. It's like, I don't know. There's always shit I'm doing. I just downplay it.
It's always weird whenever people ask you that, though, because, I mean, of course, everybody chooses, for the most part, to be very, she already out of the car, be very, like, what's the word, you know, follow the zeitgeist of, like, you know, just, like, what to say in that situation, because everybody mainly says the same thing, you know. It's just like, I'm good, you know. Nothing, man, just chilling.
Yeah.
Man, just work.
Yeah. Imagine people
man,
were really just like, yeah,
I've been busy.
Yeah.
And they're
Instead of just like, yeah, my car broke down and then my
Yeah.
dog ran away and
nobody wants to ever fill you in on the bad, because, and then at the same time, we've been in that situation too, where somebody dumps all this
there are
shit
people
on
like that
you,
too, though. Yeah, for
and
sure.
it's like, and it's weird because you can't say you didn't ask for it, but maybe you just weren't expecting that, you know, I guess. But that's bad too. That's how I kind of see it too. It's like, well, what were you expecting? Why are you asking? And it kind of, I break it down all the way to the granule of like, do you even really give a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you know, people ask you, oh, how you doing? Can I help you? And like, it's like, if you don't mean that to me, I'm just like, wait, like, hold your breath.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
Why
I don't
even?
know. Sometimes it gets fucking boring. Like, really, like this mundane lifestyle of just like, hey, how you doing? Oh, good. How are you? You know? That's why I could never, like, do that whole, like, office setting that, like, cubicle shit, because that's like
That'd be tough.
when your highlight of your day is talking with your buddy by the water fountain or whatever. It's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I could ever do that, and I won't. I just can't. I don't think I can, or I don't want to. I think I can, but I don't want to. I wouldn't want that for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I would take the more like, oh, I'm good every time over the like
The
trauma dumping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, that's why they just give it to you.
there are times where it's funny because a lot of people do, like you said, even ask that. We're not really expecting to even get like all that.
Yeah.
Because even when I'm at work, I'll like ask people like how you doing and this and that, and then sometimes it gets to like, oh, I'm like, I just met you. They're like, oh, I'm doing all right. My son's a drug addict and this and that. I'm like, all right, that's
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of life for sure. I did ask, but here's an even better example. My coworker at one of the places I'm at, her let's see how much could I guess it doesn't matter. Her husband's like I think it's his liver.
You're trying to think if they're gonna say.
No, yeah, it's like such a long shot with all of our listeners.
Yeah.
But so her husband's getting like, he goes to like dialysis and stuff. I think it's for your liver or kidney. I think it's liver, but
It's probably maybe even both.
maybe. But anyway,
He has diabetes.
yes, and he needs to get a transplant.
Yeah.
And so, but this lady is already like, oh, I have to take him to his appointments, and then his appointments every day, and this and that, and then I have to do that, and then if he does get chosen for it, I have to take like 6 weeks off work, and I just don't know how I could do that. And I kind of just said like, well, I guess that would be a good problem to have, right? I mean, like that means he got the transplant, like he got
Right.
like I'm like, what are you complaining about right now? If this hasn't even happened yet, he hasn't even qualified for it. I was like, well, I guess we just have to take it one step at a time, because I mean, I'm like, what are you're complaining about if your husband like survives and gets like the transplant?
Yeah.
It's like, wouldn't that be a
No,
good thing?
I have issue with that too sometimes. It's like, it's kind of like you break it down and you're like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? I mean, it's because like if he wasn't getting it and he was suffering, I mean, I would hope you would believe that. I'd hope to believe that, you would have an issue with that as well, so now you got it. So it's like, what do you want? Like, it's like the whole, what people do that a lot with? Days off from work and days on. They'll say, oh man, I got work today, da 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 da, and I get it, of course. Nobody wants to do that, right? Nobody wants to be the hamster on the American wheel, but it's like at the same time when you get off the wheel, then you're like, bro, I need to work, I need more money, I need this, It's like, well, dude, at the same time you kind of got to choose one. Which one do you like more? You like the day off or you like the day on? You kind of can't like not like both, you know what I mean?
They do.
Like,
People find a way to not like anything, huh?
yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, you probably just don't like what you're doing, and that's another problem for you to work on. I think that's the main thing. I think you're just misconstruing the core issue.
Yeah. Well, I remember that 1 or 2 episodes ago we were talking about like the like Marcus Aurelius type like quotes and stuff, and I don't know if I said this one, but what it reminded me of and what I wanted to tell her was he who suffers before he has to suffers longer than he has to. Because you've spent that, meaning to me, how I take it is like you're worrying about this right now. None of this has even happened yet, so you're suffering, worrying about it before anything's even happened.
1,000%.
That's why I was like, let's just take it one step at a time.
A quote of anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's so true. Because even if I catch myself or catch someone else, like you're saying, oh shit, I got to go to work tomorrow, bro. Damn, work week starts tomorrow. It's like you're already suffering. Like you're not even there yet.
Yeah.
So
100%.
That's one I like.
It's a hard one to master, but I mean, once you do, I think in this like world we live in, like in our civilization, I mean, that is like a golden. If you want to think of all these skills, like knights and armors and stuff, I mean, that is a golden shield. That'll block out so much stuff for you in order to focus on the things you really would want. Because if you can eliminate the things that haven't happened yet and just focus on the things that are or will, hey man. Think you're that's the first step to
that's all you can do.
Getting there, yeah.
That's all you can do.
And kind of going back to what you were saying, I just want to throw this in there. It's hard to have like, you're talking about her husband. It's like it's hard to have empathy with like no context. You know what I mean? It's like people do that a lot too. Again, I'll give you another example. People talking about their kids, like as if like and
Yeah.
you're supposed to. I will say this too. And women, I'm calling you out. Women do this a lot. They act as if they fucking like care. Like, oh my God, hey girl, I haven't seen you in so long. It's like, dude, you're not that excited. Come on, let's cut it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then when you're like in the car or whatever, she's like, "I'm about to see this bitch."
I know. You know what I'm
Oh, I'm
saying?
about to see this
I'm
bitch.
like, dude,
Can't
come
stand
on.
her.
I
Hopefully she's
can't.
not fake.
I know. That's whack to me. I'm like, dude, you don't have to perform. You don't like it. Just you don't have to be disrespectful. But damn, you don't have to perform. That's the last thing you have
No,
to do, right?
women, girls, they do that a lot. I
A
think.
lot.
I think probably any woman I'd ever like known enough, I would know them to do that.
Yes, yes. I'm calling them out. Calling them out for their bullshit right there.
Well, there's some guys that do that too, for sure. But I
Most
feel like,
definitely.
I mean, for me, it's probably more so who I like am friends with throughout the years. Where I'm not friends with a lot of people that do that, but I've seen it like at work or stuff. Like
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen that type of thing, but
You're like, what the fuck?
none of my associates though.
Yeah,
My close associates.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
shit,
like-
big news. Getting right to it. What do you think about former President Trump almost getting his head whipped?
Well, personally, the fact that we're all talking about it, I think the mission has been complete. You know, uh, it's almost like Voldemort. Like, the second you kind of take away the character of the person and, you just don't even address him as his name and as like as his like previous tenure or anything like that, then like you strip the power away. But the power comes in like this realm of political aspect is like the power is the fact that me and you right now are gonna go into this whole monologue of what happened and like what we think happened and all these things, all these outliers. Cause it worked, dude. Like
It builds a legend.
it builds the legend. It paints a picture that some of us want to see, some of us don't want to see. It doesn't matter because it's there, So good, bad, or in between. I mean, if you can get your name out there and get people, to start talking about what's going on with you, it's like in this realm. I mean, it's a big blow to like the opposing end, So
Has already taken a bunch of blows, and I'm not like a super political person, but
Me neither.
I can just see the writing on the wall. But,
Yes.
Because I'm definitely I'm really not a supporter of either of the candidates we got.
Same.
But
Same. It's
for me, the
just-
craziest part, the absolute craziest part, everything aside, is like I think about like imagine if it would have like happened, we would have had like a live TV like assassination. To me, that's the craziest part.
That'd
Like
be
if that
nuts,
could have
too.
happened, that would have been nuts. Just on CNN or whatever you're watching it on, Fox
Yeah.
live thing.
Yeah.
That part was crazy to me.
Yeah.
If true, if real. My initial thought though, I was like, this mother, because the way he responded, everything, it was all like such a Trump thing. Like it seemed like so like WWE, but
Very.
I was
Seemed
thinking
very
about it, but like
choreographed.
to play devil's advocate, do you think someone could really just like get him in the ear though? Because that's like pretty close to your head.
Dude, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
That's the only thing that
it's-
throws
it's
me off. I'm
such
like,
a-
man,
Such a, because where else could you hit somebody, like in that kind of, in that environment and not kill them, on a podium. So your torso up. It's not like he can hit you in the leg or anything like that. So it's like the ear is just, it's just hard to believe, and it's kind of like
such a small target.
and not only that, but it's like a perfect time, a perfect place. When I start seeing things like that it's just too beneficial for like somebody.
Yeah.
I'm like, seems kind of staged to me, and like it's not like Michael Phelps got hit in the fucking ear or something like that, because he gets hit in the ear. I mean, okay, you get some publicity and people stop talking about it in like a week or whatever, just random celebrity. But like in this aspect, it's like, oh, how perfect, great timing. We haven't heard from you in, forever. And then now that you're up there, things are starting to happen to you like that. Not only that, guys, but I'm going to get into this too. I'll say, I don't care how tough you are or how how brave you are or anything like that. Nobody has a near death experience and then just stands up like that. And
Puts their hand in the air.
I know people will probably argue like, but Trump does, no, it's not that, dude. I think even if you're a fucking trained Navy SEAL, I think and I know that if any of us had like that kind of experience, the last thing we do is stand back up and put our hands in the air. Come on, that's
Dude,
just
that
not
is
naturally
crazy.
like human. Like when it comes to the psychology of a human, fight or flight and things like that, these are things that usually we can't put a grasp on and like maintain. And even the best of us that can, like that Navy SEAL or whatever, even he or she, is just like completely, or I think it's only he, because I don't think Navy SEALs allow women. But
Maybe not yet.
yeah, their rules, not mine.
Yeah. Right.
But it's just not. It's not. Come on, man. It's just not
Yeah.
plausible. Like it's like really that doesn't seem. I just would feel like a fool if I believed that to
Yeah.
be true.
And that was my thing too. Like that was my initial thought as well. And so I'm like, well, and I'm on no side, but again, I from being able like a outsider watching both sides, I know like the right side usually has all these conspiracies and stuff, and I'm like, all right, well, the left side can have a conspiracy now. We can have something, because that's what the right
Yeah.
says all the time about everything. That it's
Yeah.
staged and this and that.
Yeah, yeah.
About everything. So I'm like, all right,
But
give us something.
it's like really and this is to both sides, whatever side you're on, even if you're in between. It's like, dude, if you're left Twix and right Twix, the whole joke of that aspect is the fact that you guys are both the same. So
Yeah.
it's like, dude, you're gonna, like, both of you guys are full of shit. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Exactly. They're all full of shit.
and you guys both exist for each other. It's like a bad relationship, yet they're madly in love with each other, and that's the reason why it's a bad relationship.
Like a toxic relationship.
Kinda, it's like you guys kind of, it's like a snake eating its own tail, in that way. It's like that's all you guys exist for. You guys are perfect for each other, as they say. You know,
Definitely.
So it's like, dude, it all goes together, like in perfect harmony and matrimony. It's like they exist for one another. If one of them got eliminated today, the other one would fall shortly after. So, no, I think it's all staged, man. I think it's all for another cause. They probably did a consensus on like what this might bring, and what the outcome may be for the parties at bay. And I think they went ahead and pressed play on the stage and said, "Yo," and like, dude, he like went like he got nicked or whatever, and he went down. Then he came back up, with a bleeding ear. It's like, dude, I think that's a fucking ketchup packet or something.
That was crazy.
You know what I mean? But come on, bro. Ask yourself, if you almost got shot and you heard a bullet whiz by your head, would you, in your first in any mind,
Stick your head out
stick
again.
your head out again?
And your hand up.
And
That
plus,
was crazy.
not only that, but what about the Secret Service? Like, don't they train day in and day out for these situations?
Yeah.
They don't allow you to do that either.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to. And he went back and got his like shoe or something or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
And I've seen
really?
videos of them of people like bystanders like pointing out the dude on the roof like before it even happened, like trying to get someone to.
That's the other thing. Like, people are
I don't know
supposed
how
to.
that
You
felt
set
to
up a perimeter before like anything like that.
They're like
and-
on a farm or ranch or something. There's like 4 buildings around there total.
Yeah,
Couldn't scan the area.
and it's not even like this person sounded like they were like super duper professional or something like that. Like as if they were like X this or X that. And this is probably where I'll stop the conversation, because like I don't know. Like I haven't looked into it either. I know that they killed the potential assailant and stuff like that, but.
I think someone in the stands got like killed too.
I believe so too.
Something like
And before I knew that, I was like, okay, like just common sense physics. Like I was like, okay, so if it missed you, who did it hit?
And
I
there were
didn't.
like 8 shots total or something.
Really?
Something. I mean, not on him. I mean back and forth. Because at him there was like a handful of like pop
Yeah.
pop pop pop. But Without it,
And
just been
nobody even
insane.
reacted like as if there was gunfire.
Bro,
Like,
I've seen videos of people like pulling their phones out and stuff and like standing up and like looking around. I'm like,
dude,
what the hell?
there's no way. I
People are
hear
insane.
gunfire anywhere. I don't care if
Going prone?
I'm going prone for
Yeah.
sure. I'm going prone. I'm trying to like think of like the where I heard it from. Try and get uh, like a basic area on like where I think that person or people are, and I'm gonna be flanking the opposite or like a how would you say that, like a parallel direction to them or something like that. Like I'm getting out of there.
Serpentine
I'm
running?
getting out of there, bro. I'm getting out of there. Everybody is. It's just how we're built. It's how the animal kingdom in which we, you know, operate too is built too, dude. Like everything gets scared, everything gets rattled, and like just like it's just a natural thing. Like yeah, I mean, it's just nobody does that, dude. But see, it paints him in a picture of like it's right on brand for like his following and things like
They
that.
thought
Like
that was so
they
badass.
love that, like they eat that up.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about that and like compare him to Homelander.
Yeah, it's literally on
Not to give too many
brand.
spoilers, but yeah, it's
No,
like
it
same
yeah,
thing.
no, it's on brand with the boys, and just like that, you were caught up, and this isn't too much of a spoiler for anybody that hasn't seen the boys, but it's like notice how in the recent episodes they needed martyrs, because that's the other thing too is like nobody ever cares if like nothing doesn't happen. Unfortunately, that's just how we're kind of wired too as like a broad civilization, just humans in general, especially in like this kind of political like foundation that we have in America. Like we usually don't care if somebody gets slapped. We need somebody to get shot. Like a slap or a punch doesn't matter as much as somebody getting shot, and like people just react different to things. So it's like you always need martyrs to make like any type of event stick. Like you always need somebody to unfortunately die to like almost like I mean the Aztecs, all like the ancient civilizations. I mean they do this. They did the same stuff. Like they literally sacrifice people to pay homage to something that they thought was greater than them, and people do it to people unfortunately more times than we probably think, just to make a point.
You ever think about that too? Watching a human sacrifice. Like when I go to the museum and last museum I went to, I think it was in L.A. and they had like some like artifacts there from like like we were saying like Aztecs or Mayans or some shit, and like they had like the bowl that they would like put the heart in because they would have like a live person up there, then cut their
Yeah,
heart out and put it
yeah,
in a bowl.
for the sake
Damn.
of this or for the sake of
Yeah.
that, and that could be something that's here or something that's not. And it happens all the time. I mean, even the death sentence is kind of considered the same thing. It's a martyr for that crime. So it's like, okay, so if you kill somebody in this place or this time or whatever, you could possibly become the martyr too, like of whatever that may be. So like in this county, murder equals, the death sentence. So then people have that in mind to dissuade them from doing that thing. So it's like do you want to be another person that's an example of like what this is? It's like it's the same exact thing. It's just painted in a different light with different colors and a different frame, but it's like the same picture. It's the same oil painting. you know they just remix it and do it different now. Like I was even listening to Arm& Hammer, and they're always on some like deep rap shit or whatever, and he's basically saying like in like a bar, he's like they don't do it the same how they used to do it. Now they do it with like electronics as like slavery. You're a slave to your phone now. Because they can't do it how they used to do it, so they have to figure out different integral ways to like penetrate the society and like to steer society. And right now they're doing it with electronics. you know Everything is via your electronic device, your phone, your laptop, whatever you use. I guarantee you find yourself in that perpetual state of just like fucking doing nothing. And like we were saying, like kind of earlier to open up this pod, is like just like waiting. It's like, I mean, that's the definition of like don't fucking don't wait, like, because you're just like literally just doom scrolling, waiting on something to happen, or just watching somebody else not waiting, and before you know it, you're just like, it's like literally you're like tethered to this thing. Like pretty soon here, it's going to be literally tethered like in your body or something, because that's probably the next step.
Yeah,
And now
like
they have like,
Starlink or whatever that's called, something link.
yeah,
Neuralink.
dude, because, and notice how they're introducing this AI stuff too. Just slowly, slow burn. Not too fast. We can't do it too quick. Might freak people out. First, we're gonna, maybe over the last 25 years, 20 years, getting this advanced technology to the point where, and just like to neuroscience, like, okay, so neuroscientists are very involved in like the making of all these devices. They know how the human brain works, and how, like, we get like, how we can succumb to all this stimulation, and all the stimuli that they trigger are things that are like already like set in stone. They already know that about us. That's why they put it there in the first place. Like we see red, blue, and green. Like, dude, like sometimes you'll see like these lines in your phone. It's red, blue, and green because that's what we see the best. Your brightness, like, all the lights and stuff. Like, it's meant to hook you, and you're hooked. Before you even know it, you're hooked. Like it's like a hit of cocaine or something. Like it's meant to do that. Like it's not meant to like do it and then you're like, oh yeah, I feel like reading a book. No, it's not for that. It's not for that. They know what they're doing. Like, I mean, before you know it too, your fucking phone doesn't even work the same. So then you go get another phone with even more stimuli available. Greater 4K now. You can see the shit better. It's brighter, more pixels. Like, they know what they're doing, bro. So now everybody's a slave to the phone, and pretty soon AI is gonna take over, and they're gonna like almost like coincide like as one thing, and then you're pretty much just gonna be a slave to a robot, literally, and it's not gonna be chains and shit like that. No, it's dependency. It's gonna be dependency, like, because your slave owners, if they fucking died and croaked right there, the slaves think it's not true, but they think as though they have nothing else to do at that point. Like they'll be like, they'll have no means of life. They don't know what to do anymore. All my life I picked cotton. Okay, well, if the fucking slave owner dies and shit, like, what am I supposed to do? Even if I was free today, what would I do? I don't know. That's what Juneteenth was about. Like, it's like slaves in the North were been freed for a long time, but the South hadn't had that word yet. So, and then like they continued to do slavery illegally because they know that they didn't know. And but even when word did happen and Juneteenth did happen and all the slaves were free, there was still a dilemma. It's basically saying they were like, okay, I mean, I'm free, but what now? Like, dude, I've been doing the same thing my whole life. My whole life has been this, and I've grown accustomed to it. As, again, human nature, we all do. You do something enough, you get used to it. That's just how it is, So it's like they didn't know what the fuck to do. Some of them stayed, like, they wanted to be like, can I still be a slave? Because I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, kind of don't blame them in that situation.
Low key.
Like, yeah,
Hello, I'll be right back. I've been drinking this prune juice and shit.
Boy's gotta get his prune juice. Back from the prune juice break.
Whew. Yeah, shit works, bro.
I'm
gonna just throw a little health tip in there. It has a sorbitol in it. Prunes.
Yeah.
I just do the juice, and it's basically like a sugar alcohol. Dude, it works wonders.
What does it do?
It's like a super duper, I forget what you call it, but basically it's like a, pretty much, for lack of better terms, it's a laxative.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's like a healthy laxative that basically lets you go, The only thing I can say is just drink a lot of water, because I think it forces, I forget, I read something about it, but it like forces like a bunch of like blood and water into like your esophagus and like all your digestive stuff, and just helps you.
Helps get
you know.
things started.
Yeah,
Kickstart.
yeah.
Damn. You've been needing to kickstart with
It's like lotioning for your inside of your body.
getting it ready. You've been needing some help kickstarting your shits or what?
Yeah, no, not help. It's just, as I said, like everybody needs lotion, so I just don't want to be ashy in there. I'm nice and moisturized.
Yeah.
So,
What were we talking about before?
like all the well, I kind of went into a rant about like all this
Yeah. We were talking
proposed
about the boys and
American societal futuristic philosophies, I guess.
Yeah, you are in your iRobot shit. You look like the Will Smith in that too with the beanie.
I look like Hancock. Literally.
That's funny.
You know what you know who you look like? You look like Sweet Feet
Who's that?
from Holes.
Sweet Feet. I gotta look up Sweet Feet from Holes right
What? You don't remember?
now. I don't remember Sweet Feet.
Ah, you whack.
I don't remember Sweet Feet. Well, speaking on American on society and whatnot. Oh shit, that guy. Damn, that's a compliment.
You're welcome.
God, dang, he's handsome ass dude right there.
I think that's what's his name? Oh man. It starts with an S.
Clyde Livingston.
Is that his real name?
No, that's his fiction. That's his name in the movie.
Yeah, I was about to say it's oh man, dude, I can't remember.
Played by. Let's click on that.
He's a comedian. He had a part in Good Burger too.
Good Burger.
It's like in Good Burger, he's like his math teacher or whatever, and he crashes into his car. That's why he has to go work at the Good Burger.
Rick Fox.
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm off then.
Rick Fox.
Oh,
54
okay.
Years old.
Might be. That's not him. I can't remember what I'm thinking.
Have you seen the trailer for Long Legs?
Long Legs?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard
Nick
about
Cage.
it, but I haven't seen the trailer. No.
I heard it's good. I want to see it. Seems like an interesting horror movie. Usually the horror movies are lame. I haven't seen a good one in a while.
Yeah.
Since
A lot
like
of
The
times,
Conjuring.
a lot of times they fuck it up.
Yeah. It's all these sequels and shit. Like why is there The Nun like part 7? Like that doesn't make any sense. Nobody needs that. It just gets corny. This one apparently is good.
Is it out yet?
It's out.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it's out.
The dude I was thinking of, his name is Sinbad.
Oh yeah, I know Sinbad.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Sinbad. Isn't he a movie where he plays like a genie or some shit?
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
I forget what movie that is, but I think I've definitely seen that.
Yeah.
You ever seen the movie Little Monsters? I used to watch that one.
Little Monsters?
Yeah. I think that's what it's called.
Little Soldiers? Small Soldiers?
No, Small Soldiers is the toy one, right?
I know, yeah.
That one's sick. That's a classic.
Yeah.
That's a VHS classic.
Yeah, for sure.
But Little Monsters is like this one where this guy, it has the guy from that game show Deal or No Deal. That guy's in it.
Howie Mandel?
Yeah, Howie Mandel, he plays a monster. It's like this kid and he goes under this bed and there's like a whole world down there.
On some James and the Giant Peach shit or what?
Kinda. Damn, I was thinking about that the other day too. When I was like looking at a storm cloud. Because remember, isn't that movie the one where like, the storm is like the villain?
Oh, damn. I forgot about this. I've seen this and this just blew my mind. Wait, that's Howie Mandel?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, because he was a comedian.
Guess you gotta get in where you fit in, huh?
Yeah. Young Howie Mandel.
Fuck.
And that movie's like, it's like rated PG, but like watching it, there's like some like racy material in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's how things used to be, huh?
Well, the parental advisory for movies and stuff has changed a lot. I forget what the first PG-13 movie was, but it was like, it's more recent than you'd probably think. Like, cause they used to just have PG and R, so there's a big gap between like PG and R. Like the only difference between a PG and R or whatever was just like maybe the sex scenes or something like that. All the PG movies used to be kind of like, they used to have like loose material to where you could fit it into a PG kind of setting or whatever. So yeah,
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, G, PG, and R. GPGR, which you like the most, X?
Yeah. Triple X.
Triple X.
The only
Triple
time I
X, late night HBO.
shoot above the neck or below the neck or whatever he says.
Yeah.
Oh, did you watch the Not Like Us music video?
Of course
That kind
I
of came
did.
out. What do you
Oh,
think
yeah.
about that?
Well done.
You liked it?
Well
I
done.
thought it was fine. I really loved the snippet in the beginning. I was like, "Ooh, this is sick."
Yeah,
That
with
snippet.
the clown and all that.
Yeah.
You talking about the song?
the song,
The
like
song.
the little snippet of the different of
Got the
another
horn
song.
on me. That Kamasi.
Yes,
Yeah.
that song sounds sick.
Yeah, that shit's lit.
Like, damn. It's like, damn. I was mad at you, Kendrick. That
I
shit
bet.
sounds fire.
Yeah, it's just that sound dope, and it's a good snippet to like preview. Like, sometimes they be putting these snippets on there. It's like, you can keep it, but nah, that was pretty
You think
lit.
that's where he's gonna go with this new album, West Coast?
I hope that's what I've been saying. I think I even said that on like a pod at one time. I said I want Kendrick to do like a G-funk kind of album, like a little bit more tied in with this fun and like just still rapping, but I think that's the best shit, like when somebody that like has the prowess of like that lyrical ability, like but they can almost like they can operate in both worlds. Like, it's not that you have to stop rapping, but like it's just over a different format, like so it's dope to hear like kind of that prowess with that kind of
It's like you
blueprint.
could write like good fiction stories, but also like essays too. I feel like
Exactly.
you can do both.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. And it's cool to like say you write nonfiction all the time. You can just formulate all your nonfiction work into a fictional piece, like using different names and different like story arcs and stuff, and you can really expand it into like what you think is the best thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that's where I'd
Yeah.
like to see Kendrick go next. I think he should just do I think he should take Drake's spotlight with being like the banger, the certified banger king, and really just come back with that, like on some, like Tyler kind of did it with Call Me If You Get Lost. He had all these like Flower Boy and Cherry Bomb and Igor or whatever. Moreover like Igor and Flower Boy, but those are more like softening up the palette for something hard like that, like a Call Me If You Get Lost. So it's kind of like Kendrick has done enough of the introspective stuff, and I think that we all can feed off of that for a long time. They're very dense projects, all his introspective stuff, so it's like we're good off that. I think you made your point. I think it's time for you to switch gears and have some fun, especially if people don't expect like stuff like that, like
Yeah.
that snippet. People didn't expect to hear it, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool," It's like you almost forget he could do that.
Yeah. Well, even the whole music video, I feel like is one of the more fun things that he's done in a while. Like as far as like how loose it was and just himself like looking like he's having fun. I feel like usually he's more serious.
Yeah.
So
And it's well thought out too. There's a lot of subliminals in there, even with the rapping and stuff, which is subliminal enough. But the visual aspect to it just brought it to a whole nother ante. And you could tell, similar to like the song and just his beef and stuff, how he was so calculated, very just calculated, man. Like he seems like he's kind of out draking Drake. I feel like Drake always kind of had that universal agreeance, like at least to fans and stuff, that he was like the warlord, like kind of like in the war room, figuring out the best angles and things like that. This dude Kendrick kind of out, like he had like better footwork. If you were to like change it into like a boxing atmosphere, he kind of outboxed him a little bit in
he
that
definitely
way.
did.
I mean, just technicality,
Well, even the thought outness, I guess, of it too, of like the timing of it. It was that was all into the master plan, to your point of how well thought out he is and planned, and like, it had to have been, because I don't think it was any coincidence, because that was crazy. It was like right when Drake was getting off tour, just released like an album, albums really in the last like couple years. He was about to take a break.
that people haven't been that impressed with, by the way.
Yeah. Caught him at a weak point.
Yeah.
And then it was also, I still think it was still like a 20v1. I mean, he shouldn't have treated it that way, but he was like divided up.
It's kind of on him to get distracted from the main objective. Looking back on it, at least. I mean,
Yeah.
no, I get why he'd want to do that. I think everybody would be their first thought is like, okay, I'm gonna get everybody,
Well, it kind of
it's
helps
like-
you out too, because then you're like, all right, if I just focus on all of them, I don't have to like straight up fight one person.
See, but that's the person you don't want to fight for some reason. That shows.
Yeah.
And it'd be really hard. The only way, maybe if it played out to where he got all of them and him, he'd be cemented as just like the guy forever.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
know we
hard to
talked
do
about
that.
this forever when it was happening, but I think when you look at like just the songs alone,
Oh, I gotta show you
it's pretty close. It's like pretty. I mean, in my opinion, it's close. I mean, but just in terms of public opinion, everyone has Kendrick winning that.
Yeah, I think rightfully so. I have to show you this. This is
Bro, I've seen that on Twitter, bro.
Have you really?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's sick.
Has
That's
every
history right
song
there.
from 1 to 0.
Even has the pre disses of like ASAP Rocky on there and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. That's
Yeah.
sick. It even has a 7-minute drill on here. Deleted media.
Everything.
That's lost media right there.
I'm telling you.
Tailor-made freestyle.
That's why I was like, oh man, I got a cop.
Oh, they got the Like That remix on here too.
Yeah.
Yo, Dot, I got you. Funniest part of the whole thing. Crazy. Even got BBL Drizzy on there. Yeah, that's a piece of history right there.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was just like, I was gonna get Channel Orange before this. I got Food on tape, but then I was like, what's my second one? And it was between this and Channel Orange, and I was like, I'm gonna get this. And I was like, Channel Orange may or may not be there, but I just don't want this to be gone, because I just think this is just like a nifty piece, it's just really kind of fun. Like, it's just dope. Like, it, as you said, it's a piece of history. Like, it's pretty sick. And unfortunately, my freaking tape player's broke. I'll have to fix it, but
Damn, when that thing is going though.
yeah. But yeah, once I get it fixed, this thing is gonna be popped in. I'll get another listen into it.
Yeah, when I was I did that when like on streaming on Spotify. I made a playlist of all of them like in order, but I didn't include obviously 7-minute drill because it's not on there anymore.
Yeah.
Or like some of the ones that were on like Metro Boomin and Future's albums. Just like kind of the main disses. When you listen to them like that, it's like man, it's pretty damn close. But
You think, man?
I thought it was pretty close as far as the rapping and the
So
battle.
what song do you think competes with like? Well, I mean, do you think Drake has anything in there that was like a Not Like Us? Because he responded with what? What was the last diss?
The last one was the Heart Part 6.
The Heart Part
He just
6.
went the wrong. He just went
That didn't equate to anything.
he just went in the wrong direction where he kind of started off with like the banger, which it was a strong song with push-ups. But it was just like a slow finish, and then Kendrick was too calculated. He had too much like he had a lot of stuff like loaded up, like ready to go, I think, and to where he kind of caught. I don't know. He got caught Drake at like a weak point. There was like nowhere else for him to go, and plus like I don't know. I don't even know how you respond to that, to like Not Like Us anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's like Not Like Us. I'll say this. Throughout the whole beef, everybody has equal opportunity. So it's not, I mean, yeah, okay, you can say time and all that, which is true. But the thing about it is like Not Like Us is a big punch, but it was calculated with other punches.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But do you
So,
really like Meet the Grams though? Like to me, that one like was one of the weakest ones.
Well, Meet the Grams was all about timeliness though, and not only that, but like kind of like it was a counterattack, It was a counterattack to something that was like big, like because what was the one that
Family Matters.
Family Matters, yeah. That could have been a big blow if he let him cook like that, Maybe people kind of paid attention, but 30 minutes later, already having something like that and Meet the Grams and like just having a verse about every family member and just. It's just all about timeliness, And I don't think, to answer your question, I mean, no, it's not like a song that I'm going to be like listening to bumping in my car and not like that anytime soon. But it's just like, it worked for that time,
Yeah, it worked. It worked for the time for sure. But that's why I say like take the timing away and just look at the songs. There's one round in there that you might be able to give to Drake, but that's just one round out of 3 or 4.
and his round was gonna be the Family Matters. I mean, push-ups. I still don't really. I'm not really too like I think that's in the same category as Meet the Grams. Are you gonna be bumping that again? Probably not. It's just like it was just a response. Everybody got excited for that time, and then like after that it's done. But not like us had those strong after vapors of like replayability. And the same thing with Family Matters, and that's what I'm saying. Like Family Matters, you let them cook and let them eat for that time. I think that could have been a replayable thing too, just in my personal opinion. Because I will say it's probably my favorite song out of the whole beef. Like when it comes to just everything about it, all the things about songs I like. Songs, not beef, but songs. I like that song a lot. But when it comes to the beef and all that, I mean, not like us is that one, man. It's that one. I mean, it's got anytime you make a hit song out of a diss song or a dance song or anything like that. Not only that, but you have to think about this: the community is on fire too in Compton. Like they feel like they got them like a player to represent who they are and what they are, and like not like us. I mean, come on, they're not like us. Like it's an individual ode to like where he's from, and they kind of all get to relish in that department, I guess, as well. Like with him, like it's like not like us. Nobody's like us. It's almost like New York. People will say, oh, no place in the world like New York. Well, I guess there's no place in the world like Compton too.
Well, and the thing is too is that you can use that and you could use that as the damn New York Yankees theme song or the any sporting event. They're playing that.
Even just the beat
They're
alone.
not like us because that part, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the beat for sure got him with that one.
Yeah.
But I just mean more like in the middle rounds, like it was some good back. It's not like he just got like buried, like a lot of people like he got clowned. I think it was a lot closer than people kind of remember.
Yeah.
But I haven't listened to him in a while. Even Family Matters, I love that song, but I don't listen to it anymore. Like any of those songs, there's too much like I like both artists. Like I don't need to listen to that like
Yeah.
from either of them. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like The only one I do like though, one of my favorites is 616 in L.A. That song's sick.
Yeah.
He's just rapping his ass off. That song's dope.
Yeah. I think on that tape it has that too.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. But I know we burnt that shit out when it was in real time. But
Yeah.
it's good to look back because I mean that's the biggest thing that happened this year, and that was really good for music in general. Even though Drake took the L, like I feel like people are paying attention to hip hop and then even like hip hop lyrics more than ever. And just excited for because whose side are they on?
Yeah.
Different sides and Tyler and this and
Yeah.
Metro Boomin, Future, just a lot of names were thrown in there too that just creates a lot of hype
Yeah.
for their music, which is good.
Well, I think every single and think of it like this. I mean, we've been hip hop fans for however long we can remember. But we have to think of like the newcomers and like the people that are just barely kind of getting into this culture. It's like this may or may not be their first experience with like not only a rap beef, but just like rap culture in general, and like having it amplified to this extent kind of is like a cool intro for anybody out there that's like, maybe wasn't a hip hop fan before and are now, or like was barely getting into it and then this happened. So then it just kind of blasted you off into a whole nother realm of like what it can be. So it's like it's pretty dope. I mean, hey man, everybody's gonna remember this forever, especially the youngins. That like this is their first one, like because they get to own that. It's like theirs in a way. I mean, even though it's kind of like they're from our generation per se, but I mean the youngins nowadays, like all the Destroy Lonely fans and shit like that, those type of kids, like they're seeing what hip hop can actually be. Like
Yeah.
and it may have broadened their like their thoughts, opinions, and philosophies towards like what this thing can be and what it is. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's always good for the culture, man. I mean, how I see a beef is almost like burning a tree down, and then like the ashes and all the mulch and shit, is just nutrients for other trees. So But unfortunately, a tree's got to go down. I think that tree was Drake. You know what I mean?
There may not be recovering from this for a
No.
while. Until he might need to go away and then have like a 444 moment like Jay-Z, and that would make people excited.
Like
Just
a mature moment, kind of.
yeah, quiet. He's quiet. Don't hear much about him or from him for a long time. Then mature, short, concise, mature project.
Yeah.
That would probably be what I would recommend. But I bet he's just gonna go start doing songs with Yeet and Sexy Red.
Hopefully not. Hold on, one more time.
Prune juice kicking in. Well, speaking of hip hop in the current state, real quick, do you have any thoughts on Eminem's album? I know neither of us are really the biggest Eminem fans, but
Yeah.
he's a legend.
Oh, of course, man. See, that's always where I stand with Eminem. It's like the lore of him to me is always bigger than like my like enthusiasm towards him, if that comes across. But I'm like what 4 songs deep in there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and that. But I think it's cool. I mean, hey man, for a guy in that position, like to be who he is and all that, I think it's just cool the fact that like he's still doing it, and obviously he still loves it. Cause we know that he could have stopped a long time ago and been solidified. You know, everybody likes to do that. Like, it's almost like getting in a fight at school and you only got in one fight and you like whoop the dude's ass. You get to stand on that forever. It's another thing when like you whoop somebody's ass, but then you keep on offering fights and you keep on inviting these people to anybody. You know, anybody can get it type attitude. Like, I think it's pretty dope just the fact that he's still doing it, and the perspective on this last album, at least from whatever I've heard in those 4 songs, is just interesting. Like it's true. Like it's like, what else could he like basically talk about? You know, so he just has to talk about basically like, it's almost like I'm in this space where rap has changed in front of my eyes. The people that are involved in it have changed within my eyes, but yet I'm still here, and it's almost like I'm kind of like I'm almost on like I'm in between, trying to be new and trying to remain wholesome, like being myself at the same time. It's kind of where I'm getting, like, at least that's what I'm catching with he's pitching. Like, it's like this is where we're at, and this is where I'm at, to the point where it's like almost like an ego death experience from an OG hip hop, like rapper and hip hop head's perspective, like, and like trying to have a more of a open arms to welcome like new stuff, Yeah. I mean, that's my positive insight towards what I've heard so far.
Yeah, I mean, it could be easy for me to like say because I'm not a huge Eminem fan. I mean, I respect him a lot, and I used to be a lot more of a fan.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you are a huge Eminem fan, you probably love this album. It's probably like true to like Eminem, Slim Shady.
Yeah,
that's what I do respect about it. To speak on it like positively is that it's, to me, like even with like the like skits and like the way the songs like mix and stuff reminded me of like like an album from like the 90s or something like that, like 2001, or that had those kind of like comedic skits and aspects to it. But I guess enjoy is kind of a stretch, but I respect again the like you were saying, the insight from him. Like, he's kind of like, I almost feel like even though he's quite a bit older, we come from the same era of like pop culture, because we were there, when he was at his peak. He might have been pretty young, but we still saw that, where things were a lot more like racy and comedy was more like offensive. And so what I caught from, I listened to most of it, is him. And I like the way he kind of talked about how like things have changed now, and how the internet's just full of a bunch of haters. They just want to hate on things for like really no reason, just to like spread the news and get clicks. Yeah. And kind of just him like looking back and thinking like, wow, crazy how things have changed. I kind of want to come back and bringing that Slim Shady character back to just talk shit about random stuff. He says a lot of stuff about like midgets and like Christopher Reeves and He says a lot of stuff about that. I don't know the backstory behind it, but I know a lot of it's more like shock value than anything.
Yeah.
But I could appreciate that because that, like, again, this day and age, it's not like that. So it's cool to see. Cool to see him try.
Yeah.
And I'm sure for those hardcore Eminem fans, those those military members out there, those construction workers, white construction workers,
Yeah.
white factory workers in Detroit.
Factory workers, yeah.
They I know they love that shit.
Works at the bread factory.
Yeah, I know they love that shit, but so it's cool. I mean, I give respect for that.
Yeah. I guess my my negative would be like kind of lingering with this whole like Slim Shady like character as well. It's almost reminiscent of like somebody that hasn't. That's the old part that I feel like it's like as though he kind of is in between wanting to let go of the past, but also like letting the past kind of propel his new stuff too. Like again, like you knocked out a kid, once. Like, and that's like what everybody remembers. So it's like that's what you always want to like bring to the forefront of like who you are and things like that. Where rather than just like completely starting with anew and just being who you are right now instead of like relying on what you used to be, with like Slim Shady and like, I mean, because you're right, like even his beat selection and like things
That's
that.
my one negative thing,
It's
like that I could say.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of all the songs I listen to up into I always look at the credits and they're all produced by him, or at least he had a hand in it, and he has that like he has that Eminem, that old Eminem bounce and all, but it's like
Guess who's back and
back
shit like
back
that.
yeah, but sometimes because this album is almost an example of like we miss the old Kanye, like we miss the old Eminem, and he's kind of giving it to you. But I think this is an example of like where say a fan could be like, yeah, but like I've already heard this too, because that's what I always tell people. I hate when people say, I miss the old this, I miss the old that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, go listen to it then, because like, why would you want somebody to recook a formula that they've already cooked? Like, isn't that kind of boring? Like, don't you think that's like boring? It's like why would you want the old Kanye, the old Eminem, the old Jay-Z? It's like, no, I think what you did is you just fell in love with something and you just won't fucking let it go.
Yeah, and it's fine, have your favorite shit, but you can't expect the same formula to keep being applied.
Or would you want that? Like, that's what I don't get is like why do you say that? I don't understand why you'd want the old this or the old that. Like, it's like that doesn't make any sense to me. I want something nuanced. I want something nuanced that kind of flirts with the old and the new into just making something beautiful that's in the present, just right now, right here.
Yeah.
So it's
I agree with that. He definitely gave us the old Slim Shady, at least from what I know.
Yeah.
And
so you have it, so I hope you're happy with it.
That's why I say those people that I think that are huge Eminem fans, they probably like it, I would assume.
Yeah.
That's who they love it. Like, oh, yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. I don't know.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I'm
don't
just
know
guessing,
either.
but
I haven't seen any online, back or any type of opinions online or anything. This is 100% just me listening to it and me giving, you what I could speculate, even in other people's like perception. That's what I would think,
Speaking of albums, I know Remy Wolf released an album. How's that?
That's right. I haven't listened to it. It's called the Big Ideas. I believe that's what it's called.
I'll look it up just out of respect.
Big Ideas. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I'm like 98% sure. The only reason why it's 2% off is because I don't know if it's called The Big Idea, but I think it's called Big Ideas.
I haven't got a chance to listen to it, but I like Remy Wolf. Big Ideas.
Yep.
I know Claro did too, but I haven't really listened to it either. Talking about the girlies.
Have we talked about JPEG yet? We haven't talked about JPEG,
that,
huh? Yeah.
Second single?
Yeah, Si Miendo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, No Fear in Spanish.
It was a pretty cool art, album art, or what's the word I'm thinking of? Just like cover art.
Cover art, yeah.
I thought that was cool. Goes with the video. Video's pretty sick too.
Yeah, the video's real cool. I watched it first, with the video, so
Uh,
that's always like a different kind of feel when it comes to your first consumption of media, and it was real cool. I
and
mean, it
depending
tied
on the
in good.
speakers too, especially for his stuff. I feel like
Oh God,
because the
yeah,
first time I listened to it was on my phone, and so like just like this,
yeah.
like holding my phone close to my ear.
Nah,
I'm like, okay, I was like, I knew I had to listen to it like with headphones or something else. But then the next time was on the sound bar with the music video, and I was like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I was ready to run through a wall.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He has "Don't Rely on Other Men" as the first single. Then he has the "Cimiento."
I need to revisit the first one, but
Yeah,
I really like this scene Mielo one.
yeah,
Pretty cool.
yeah. I don't know if like it's like both of them are similar in like in taste. I wonder like I've been curious as to like what his whole album is gonna sound like. I'm super duper duper excited, and I'm believing that it'll probably drop this week, or if not next week. But I'm thinking this week, so it'll be real cool, and I'm definitely gonna be going to that concert. He's gonna be in Tempe, I think like August 26th. So I'll definitely be there and having a good time. Probably copping some merch. Hopefully, he has some vinyls coming out and stuff too. But yeah, that'd be cool. I have a couple vinyls on the list right now. I have, you know, um, what do you call it? Also, another vinyl is the Boldy James Conductor Williams. Uh, it's called like Across the Tracks or whatever.
Mm.
And they have like vinyls out, and of course it's like super limited edition and things like that. But I'm gonna cop pretty soon here. I haven't listened to the whole thing because I don't want to listen to it until I get the vinyl. It's like one of those. But I have heard a couple tracks off there, and man, I love that shit. I like Boldy James a lot. Boldy James is dope.
I definitely listened to some Boldy James back when I was in my Benny the Butcher phase a little bit. I'll have to go back to it. Is it
Have you listened to like a
on
whole
Conductor?
Boldy James project?
I have. Is there one that has like a video game looking cover?
Tecmo Bowl?
I think yes.
Yeah.
I
He's like
listened
in
to
a
that one
helmet.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the Alchemist. Him and the Alchemist.
I
So
listened
that
to
that
one
one's
for
fire
sure.
too. But yeah, this newest one is with Conductor Williams, and he's doing his thing too, man.
Yeah.
He's got that like, it's like a lot of glittery kind of like old soul samples that are just like, it's so cool because like that glitter is like, kind of a, how would you say, it's like a contrast. It's a great contrast with Boldy James's like melancholy, low end flow. That really just complements each other. Almost similar to like how Tyler creates that like glittery environment for his deep, harsh, brash, voice to come cut through. It's like similar to that, it's kind of brightened a little bit rather than like on Tecmo Bow. Like Alchemist kind of just went with the dark brash stuff and just complemented it with even darker stuff, so it's kind of has that like nighttime drive feel, whereas this one is like, I wouldn't say it's nighttime, it's more like on the cusp of night, dawn, dawn time.
I'll have
Like,
to give that a play on my way home.
yeah, feels like you got keys in your trunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that type of shit. Cocaine rap. Pure cocaine rap. Some of the best like lyrical people are usually cocaine rappers, low key.
Pusha T.
Pusha T. Project Pat. he's not lyrical, but he's influential, dude. Project Pat is ridiculously influential.
Yeah.
I actually just
especially in
gotta-
the South, right?
Huh?
That's where I feel like.
Nah, it's globally influential, at least to like the hip hop and stuff like that. If I put on this Project Pat album right now, you'll hear at least off the first 30 minutes, you'll hear 4 big ass interpolations by somebody else. Like you're like, oh, I've heard that before. I mean, I'm talking about big interpolations too, like from Drake to Cardi B to Travis Scott. Like you're like, oh, that's where they got that from. They got it from him. Crazy influence, man. It's like every album he has like at least a song or two where it's like that was rekindled through somebody else, and obviously that person that rekindled it, I mean, they got good taste. As I said, Drake, Cardi B, Travis, must I say more? It's like, dude, if they're using it and they just need to use it in the hook or whatever, I mean, I would think that it's like, yeah, it's hard. It's pretty fucking hard. You know what I mean? I just got this Project Pat vinyl, and this shit's dope. Dope as shit. It's one of my favorite vinyls already. You don't put this shit on.
While you do that, I saw recently Don Toliver, speaking of, you were talking about JPEG Mafia concert, Don Toliver and Tizo Touchdown are going on tour.
I saw that too.
Would you find yourself going to that one? Depends.
I could see that. Depends, yeah.
I guess that I know Don Toliver's a big artist now, but I would just feel like it would be cooler to see them like in a smaller venue. And they're like in arenas, like at the Footprint Center.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like everyone's trying to get on the arena like right away, like Sexy Red, like they're gonna cancel her tour. Yeah, like why not? Why not just do a smaller venue?
You say they're gonna cancel her tour?
I saw some talks about that they might, just because it wasn't really selling, but
Why? Because she's trying to do an arena
tour, yeah, like her own tour too. I mean, I don't know if she's done her own tour
herself?
before. Well, she's got some opening acts, but I don't know their names.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. See, that's why like you have to pay attention. Like it's like that's why Don he wants to bring Tizo because like, you know, I mean Don alone. I mean, I'm not sure where he'd be, but he probably wouldn't be, you know, there just from. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I don't know if Don could sell out the Footprint by himself. Just no bigger opening acts or anything like that. Yeah. You know that addition with Tizo kind of aids in that because then you get people that want to see Tizo and you want to see Don, and it's kind of like probably like more of a I'll probably call it a 60-40 split. You know, of course it's Don's tour, but I mean, come on, Tizo's a big enough artist where he's gonna bring in some foot traction as well.
Yeah.
I got this one too on a good deal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Key Glock,
yeah. Glaucoma 2.
Glaucoma 2.
Finally came around to getting this. This is a good deal too. I mean, I've been waiting on this one for a long time because it's a common.
Does that one have the one with Justin Timberlake on there?
Yeah, bro. This one has all the crazy
Signs.
Signs.
I love Signs.
This one has Drop It Like It's Hot.
Ooh. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Let's Get Blown. It's one of my favorite songs on here. Rhythm and Gangsta, Snoop Dogg, yeah. Pass It, that one's dope too. A lot of Neptune's production on this.
What are your that reminds me? What are like your favorite songs to like smoke to get high?
Smoke to,
yeah.
That's a good.
I have a couple of them in mind.
Mm.
I'll start. My number one, I think you know this already, is Cocoon by Migos.
Cocoon,
like that song comes on, I want to take it to another level. Like I want to get blitzed.
Yeah.
What else? Kelly Price is kind of on that same thing for some reason, same like wave.
Damn, just Migos for you, huh?
I do like that spacey Migos sound. What else though? Oh, the other day I was listening to the next episode. That's what reminded me. Snoop Dogg. That one was good too.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Any song that just talks about like Mary Jane, Rick James. Love that one too.
That's a classic.
Like any song talking about it just makes it feel that much cooler for me. I'm like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah. No, those are good selections. I mean, those are like safe bets for sure. Like those are ingrained in like cannabis culture. You know what I mean? Like I mean, Dr. Dre's 2001. I mean, it has a fucking weed plant on it, and that's it. It's just black with a weed plant. Like, you know, it's like, come on, man. We know what the deal is. I'm gonna switch it up though. Like one of my favorite songs to smoke too. I like smoking like Spanish jazz, like Opato, the frog, or the duck. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah.
That's a duck.
Is it
that'd
the
be
duck?
A duck. If it's pato, yeah, that'd be a duck.
Yeah. So the duck. That one's sick.
Your brain just going crazy, huh? Your brain. So it sounds like jazz is like speedy.
It's not. Well, it's not too fast. No. It's like it has its own swing. It's swingy. It has a lot of swing to it. So it's like, it's off, but it's on at the same time. It's literally its own rhythm, you know, per se. Like a humanized rhythm. You could tell people are actually playing it. Opato is cool. I like the girl from Ipanema. That one's cool too. Like Spanish jazz. And if I was like gonna go into like the like hip hop realm, it'd probably be low key off In Search of NERD. Like I fuck with like Provider, Run to the Sun. Oh, there's a song called Am I High on this one. It's actually really sick too. Um, of course, like yeah, I could get down with the Migos for sure too. Like Slippery and stuff like that. I mean, just those verses. Because the Migos, I'll say this about the Migos. I've always said this, man. I hate when people say that the Migos can't rap. All three of them can rap their asses off. And you know what's crazy about the Migos too is it's a skill. So I'm not dissing them, but they rap with how do you say it? It's a consumable surface level rap. So it's like their bars are bars, but they're not so deep to where you have to do crazy homework or anything like that. Which oftentimes, sometimes that's the mood too. And I think that's why it's dope to like smoke and listen to them because it's like it's not like it's gonna make our brains go in circles, but it does make our brain go in circles with how acquirable it is, to our brains. Like it's like they're rapping, and you usually understand everything that they're like talking about.
When I take drugs, I go to the moon.
When I take drugs, I go to the moon.
I'm trying to go to
it's
the
like
moon.
what else is there to break down? Yes, and that's what I need right
Take
now.
me to the
That's what I
moon.
want. Like
Yeah.
it's not like triple entendre, quadruple, entendres to make your brain spin. Like
And it's got those nice like I want to call them synths too in it too that are just like wavy and just like
Yeah.
like in the background with it too.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I've noticed that's what I like
Yeah.
when I'm smoking, just like some real synthy music.
sometimes not even having to be overpowering. Letting them like rock.
Yeah.
Letting them do them be the star of the show.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times when you ain't saying like absolutely jack shit, you need that you need the beat to propel everything you pretty much do to make it sound like you're doing a lot more than you are.
You throw some melody on top of it, perfect.
Yeah,
Give me it. That's all I need.
yeah. A lot of times the Migos like they're the stars of the show with their melodic background stuff. Whether it be ad libs or Quavo doing
I
his
go to the moon.
Travis Scott.
Moon. That
Yeah,
part?
yeah.
That's in there too.
Like Travis Scott kind of
Yeah.
harmonies in the back and things like that. Like even like Brent Faiyaz, like he does that very well. Like he does a lot of harmonies in the back to make him sound like he's doing more than he is. It's a magic. It's not easily done. It sounds like it's easy, and that's why I'm saying it's a digestible listen. But it's like it's not that easy to make it digestible and not be like too bland and boring.
Yeah.
Like it's like they're making potato chips taste like super duper duper good. It's just potato chip. There's nothing wrong with that. Like that's cool. Rather than like a potato chip that's just potato chip. You've
like a
tasted it
plain
before.
Lay.
Just plain Jane, whatever. It's like you could eat it and never think of it again. But it's crazy to make a potato chip that is like digestible to where you're like,
What about
whoa,
pizza?
this is good. But yeah, it's like this is something else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like pizza too, right? There could be there's plenty of types of different pizza, but
Yeah.
when there's really good pizza, you're like, damn. You were going to talk about that, weren't you?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that. Yeah. Is that Duke Deuce song? What the fuck? This part too. Watch. I keep a revolver. How you rob us? A pistol slap across the mouth.
Such a unique, just like delivery.
Yeah. I got coke. And then around her. I got cheese. That shit's tough. Look at this artwork too.
Always got that swap meet artwork.
Swap meet, yeah, type shit. My cousin raps, bro. That type of shit. Yeah.
Here, bro, take one of these.
Yeah, for free. Bro, I'll give you one if you pass it out to 5 of your friends. Between the eyes.
I feel like Megan Thee Stallion really tries to get on this type of wave.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's like that. That's what I'm saying. It's like, trust me, like this is that like when like Block Boy JB was hot.
Yeah,
Like,
Block
you
Boy
know, like
JB.
it's like that kind of.
I was listening to that recently the other day. It's been forever. I was listening to Look Alive.
Yeah,
I was
Look
like,
Alive.
what is that dance called?
I
I
forget.
can't even remember. I can't even remember, but I was like, oh shit, remember this?
I know how to do it, but I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, Block Boy JB, NLE Choppa, all these dudes, whether it's like Memphis, all these Memphis dudes like Moneybag
In Texas too.
Texas too, yeah, like Duke Deuce, and I don't know if he's from Texas, but yeah, like I don't know, I kind of just see like Maxo Cream,
Yeah.
like all these dudes beyond that, bro.
Even like Mexican OT or whatever his name is a little bit too.
Oh, for sure.
Like that type of thing. I definitely see the influence in that.
With the rolls and all that.
The roll, yeah. Absolutely. So have you changed your answer at all, or since last time we talked about it for like your vote for like song of the summer? I think last time you said it was Tommy Richmond, $1 Million Baby,
Yeah.
and like I said Rich Haitian. I might change my mind.
Oh,
now, though,
yeah.
looking back.
Oof, Rotation is good too. But that's like underground still. Like it's like people don't know about that.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that'd be up there for me too. Trust me, you got my vote on that too. I mean,
Well,
I
it
think
could still be one that like your vote. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be one that everyone knows, but like one that you think should be if they don't know it even.
no, yeah. I guess I was just professing my love towards you know, freaking Makami, bro. I mean, he's super dope, and I think that album is super cool. I think he's literally, I mean, he hasn't missed like damn near ever. And I've even listened to his old shit too. I can see the covers in my mind, but for some reason I can't think of the names. But anyway, yeah, Tommy Richmond, bro. I still think that's like because it's like an introductory. You know, it's like I think that's extra cool because it's like one of his first big songs, and like it's you know glowing up like that, and it's like
Wow, and that came out during that beef, so that a lot of stuff was getting drowned out during when that
True.
was happening, and so that was able to stick it out. That should have done a lot better if that wasn't happening. Kind of a shame in a way, because it would have done a lot better, but because I feel like it kind of came and passed real quick. Although I still love the song. I love "Devil Is a Lie" too.
that one's cool too.
That's a good one too, but I'll profess my love for Kate Renata, because that's my new vote is that song "Witchy" with Childish Gambino. Love that one. Can't get
Oh,
enough
yeah?
of it.
Is that on his latest album?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Witchy.
Witchy.
Yeah, that's what it's called. That song's just
It's not the
they
one with
put crack in it.
Channel Trace that you like?
No, this is a different one. Just Childish Gambino. But
Okay.
but yes, Channel Trace is on quite a few of those songs.
Yeah.
Like at least like 2-3 of them.
Hmm.
I think that they're actually going on tour with Kate Renata too. Not coming to Phoenix though.
Okay.
Not coming to Phoenix. Closest one would either be like Vegas or San Diego.
Yeah.
Sounds cool, but
Yeah.
anyway, that's just looking back, or as we kind of move forward, I guess more so. It's like that might be my new vote,
Mm.
just because I listen to that shit all the time. Just a good feel-good song. Play it at the lake. You play it at the lake in the daytime, swimming, pool party, or you can listen to it at night too. Just either way, it makes you want to dance.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do in the summer. In the winter, I don't want to dance. In the summer, I'm down to dance.
Mm. Where you be dancing at?
Lately, just the living room.
Living room?
Yeah, I'll play my DJ set.
Like
my
nobody's
mix.
watching?
Yeah, exactly. I'll play my mix and get to it lately. Speaking of, we were gonna talk about like nightlife and shit. Yeah,
That's what I was getting to.
I've been getting after it. One at that at that party, at the retirement party for this person I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
I was just drinking and just dude, I know people can like think it's cool to, like, put down a bunch of beers. I'm just saying I'm surprised at how many I could drink and still like be okay and still dry. No, I'm just kidding. No, and still like and be normal. Damn, guy's fucked
This
up.
guy's ass whoop.
That guy's fucked up. But
But
and then we went to this place called Fat Cats. Have you ever heard of that?
I heard of that. Yeah,
We
where
went
it's like
in-
an all-in-one kind of like entertainment district
Exactly.
building thing.
Exactly. Big ass warehouse
Oh, they have
building.
go-karts there?
The one that I went to didn't have go-karts. I know there are multiple locations.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the one in Surprise. I think it was this last Saturday. Oh no, not this last Saturday. The one before that.
Mm-hmm.
And met Maddie's friend there and her fiance, and bowling. They have a bar there. We went bowling. They have a big arcade too. We were playing some games, bowling. We even did mini golf. They have mini golf and a movie theater as well. We didn't see a movie, but we did all the other stuff. So that was pretty fun too. Bowling's
That's cool.
I'd say my favorite game. Way better than Top Golf. Like any type of like game or like event that we can all meet and like play, that'd be my top pick, I guess. Over
You
Top
like
Golf.
you like bowling?
I do. It's more fun to me than any of the other ones.
Some reason I don't know, man. I'm not a big bowling guy.
Damn.
I mean, I was when I was a kid, but like, when my brother had like Pop Warner and things like that, that's usually where they would meet
Yeah.
to like go bowling as like fundraisers and things like that. So I just I guess I'm all bowled out. And it's like after like the first round, I'm like, okay, I'll be like one of them dudes. I'll be like, you can have my turn, bro. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
I can't play games on games, but I mean, we play like 2 games or something. It takes like an hour and a half. That's like a good, perfect amount of time right there. Have some beers, just get up there and just throw the ball. I don't like Top Golf. I think it's because I'm bad at it, but to me, that's even more boring to
It's
me.
in the
That's
same
like,
realm. It's like we're just hitting balls.
yeah, it's like that. Top Golf really after like a couple, I'm like, all right, someone else go for me. I'll just
Yeah.
have appetizers and watch.
Yeah, like,
for
I'm
me, I'd rather
good.
just watch.
I'm good. After I hit like 3 balls, I'm good.
I do want to go to speaking of go-karts, to one of the go-kart places like around.
Look at his knot. Did you see his knot?
No. They tackle his ass or what?
I don't know, but he had a big knot. Dude. I wonder if this is... Hey, man, the other guy doesn't look too bad if... Look at this. Watch this. Watch this.
Damn.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what happened.
Where's
He
this
just
from?
fell. Don't save her. Wow. I heard some other stuff. I got.
Yeah.
That was from Isaiah Rashad. The work. You know what song I'm talking about?
Kinda. Because that's...
R.I.P. Young.
R.I.P. Young.
Yeah.
Off of Silk. Yup.
That was one I recognized right away.
Yep.
I was like, I heard that from somewhere.
She don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
You're right, and I don't know what track we're on right now, but every single one I've heard from another
Somewhere.
song. Yeah.
Did you hear the first one? Wop, wop, get some chicken. Wop, wop, get some bread.
Mm-mm.
Well, that was the first track on there, and remember Cardi B on her album, I think did she win a Grammy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did.
That she has Bickin Head. Wop, wop, get some chicken. Wop, wop. It's the same exact hook. Same exact hook. So she just completely interpolated that, sampled that. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, the things that people don't even know. It's funny when I hear, I forgot what station I was playing not too long ago, but it was like playing older music, and then I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar, and it was like the original song from that they use in that Doja Cat song Agora Hills. Do you know that one?
Oh, Agora Hills?
Yeah.
You're not talking about like Walk On By, right? Are you talking about Agora Hills, right?
No, I'm talking about Agora Hills.
Okay.
But whatever song is sampled in that, I heard the original for the first time. And I was
yeah.
like, oh, damn.
Forget what the sample off that is.
Yeah, I can't think of the
Off
name.
the top of my head, I know the Walk On By Dionne Warwick.
Let's see if it's this one. And then I heard the original. It was All I Do Is Think of You by Troop.
Okay. Troop.
Yeah.
That's the Agora Hill sample.
Yeah. You hear it?
Yeah. The Agora Hills one's super sped up though, huh? Hmm.
The song's fire.
Yeah.
And then I heard recently the original to Like That. You know, like the. I heard that
Oh, yeah.
original too. I forgot what the song was called.
Have you ever heard Walk On By?
Mm-mm. Everlasting Bass by Rodney O and Joe Cooley. You know that one?
I don't think so.
What's this one in? Who samples this? Oh, I said what I said.
Yeah.
Bitch, I said what I said. This one, Everlasting Bass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. My brother used to play that. That's like, probably came out in like, 2001, 1998. I'm kind of shooting in the dark, but.
I feel like it's got to be older, but maybe right. Let's see.
Check
Let's
it.
see.
I feel like that's like an early 2000s pop.
Well, this is the best of. And that's the best of came out in 2008. So that's later than I would have thought, but
No, I think it's earlier than that.
yeah, because that's on the best of.
Who's it by?
Rodney O and Joe Cooley. I think I might have found the original. Me and Joe. Let's see, view album.
Everlasting Bass.
Yes, sir. 1988. Yep. There's
Dang.
the original. Which is kind of crazy for that time, right? They made that.
That's pretty far back. Why you say it's crazy?
It's just pretty hard. Like the.
Well, yeah, bro. I mean, we're looking at samples of fire songs that like are, you know, the songs that are sampled that are being sampled are like crazy dummy fire.
That's what I mean.
Like,
It's
yeah, like,
1988 is like that was a crazy beat for to know it was made in 1988
shit.
or whenever, you know, before that.
Shit, I think the opposite. I'm honestly not surprised that it's like the further it goes back, like the more not surprised I am. I'm like of course, you know, like original ideas, you know, forced original ideas too, because you had no other option. So I think that's the beauty of like just older music, is like, you know, there was less influence, which breeds creativity, you know, pure creativity. You know, and not just like regurgitated stuff that you know that works, you know. It's like, dude, we don't have anything to like, you know, to work off of as much, so we got to create it right here and now. And she got that crackhead lighter. I was gonna ask you, what do you think is because I know we kind of strayed off, but going back to like, you know, going out and stuff, what do you think is like you have any good suggestions, any places that you could tell to the good people if they're in the Phoenix metropolitan area, you know, a good nightlife spots, you know, to reel you in some nice little hoochies, or go out and dance till your feet get numb, or to go out and get a nice little brew and that goes straight to your tongue.
Yeah, let me think. I mean, I would say the most unique place that I've been that I would recommend going to is called Melinda's Alley. It's like a speakeasy.
Oh, word?
Yeah, and it's on the side of a Renaissance hotel downtown.
Mm.
And there's just like a red light above it. I don't know if it's an arrow. I think it might just be a red like circular light. And then you go in and you go downstairs, and then there's a security guard right there, and then you kind of go in, and it's just like, it almost feels like an underground bunker or something. It's like kind of compact. The only problem is it's not like a full bar, so they have like, there's really like only 2 drinks on the menu that you can choose from. Both of them are $15. So
Of course.
you know, you have 1 or 2 there, but it's a
Yeah.
cool atmosphere because it's like super dark, and it's like a red light. It's like a red light atmosphere. It's like, feels like you're in a John Wick movie or something.
Dope.
It's just a weird atmosphere, and it's like brick wall, but it's like falling apart, and like old couches. Like everything in there looks old.
Mm.
It almost looks like a Goodwill in there if you were to like make it just like a dim red light,
Yeah.
but like small too.
That's dope.
So that place is cool to check out, and then from there, I mean, I always find myself back at that place. I don't know what it's called now. It might be now called the Jackalope or something like that. Used to be called something else, or maybe I switched them up. But remember that place we went to with Dan?
Yeah.
We were sitting outside.
Yeah.
I found my place there. I found myself at that place multiple times, and I always have a good time there. Like, just in terms of the music they're playing, there's plenty of seating. Drinks are reasonably priced.
Yeah.
And then you can walk like anywhere from there. Like, there's places I hadn't even like, because I mean, I don't really love like Cobra as much, or what's the other place? What's that place we went to? Is it like Wilderness or some shit like that?
Yeah.
That place is all right too. What are like some? I'm trying to think of like some nitty gritty places that I've been to that I like.
Nitty gritty.
Yeah. Like somewhere with some like character, you know. Yeah. I want to go back to Hanny's. I like.
I
that
was just
place.
about to bring that up. I mean, because the bathrooms are cool.
The bathroom.
Yeah.
Funny, my boss the other day was like at the Glendale store. He was saying something about that, how that used to be like a department store or something. And he was saying how like he knows the owner there, but he kept calling it. He's like, "You ever been to Haney's?" I'm like, "Nah, I never been to Haney's." I'm like, "Where is it at?" And he was like telling me, and I'm like, "All right." I mean, it's downtown area, but I couldn't find anything Haney's. I was like spelling it like Haney's, how you would.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've been to Haney's. I wonder if he's talking about that.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was.
You don't know.
He was telling me about that too.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's funny. I actually been there. I was asking about the, you know, if you went down the staircase or whatever that was, you know, into the secret scary room.
Yeah. He didn't do that.
No.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That last song, by the way, that was that Duke Deuce sample. I fucked that up.
Oh, the last one.
Yeah, that last one. That was that Duke Deuce shit. What the fuck?
Trying to think of some other places.
Of course,
where I just had like some good beer or something.
Stardust is cool.
Stardust. Yeah, I didn't hang out there too long, but I had their pizza. I brought a pizza earlier, and we.
So you never been there nightlife wise? You've only eaten there? Oh man, you're tripping.
But it was in between, so it was like starting to. It was like busy in there.
Yeah.
But we were eating.
What day was it? Do you remember?
I think it was a Saturday.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty busy in there. There was a lot of people in there. Music was loud. Like, it was hard to like talk to like
Yeah.
parents and stuff because the music was loud. Everything. There was a lot of people in there. Even moving around in there was tough. But we got a booth and we were eating the pizza. What else?
Oh man, you got to go there for your nightlife, bro. That place is sick. Nightlife time, and I mean the pizza is really good too.
I've been wanting to get back down there. You know, just go. I want to go walk around again. Just walk around some multiple places, or even if I have to Uber or Waymo, whatever, between short stops, I would do that. Just go bar hopping.
Yeah.
Haven't been out doing that in a while. It's pretty fun. I don't always get the itch to do that, but every once in a while it's cool.
Yeah, most definitely. Tear down the town.
Yeah, what other places do we like? Trying to think if there's anywhere like that I really like recommend you need to go. I guess I'm at a loss right now.
Well, I know you're not like a nightclub guy like that. I mean, I was just seeing if you had any ones in particular that you enjoyed.
I just like going downtown and like just free for all. Just
Yeah.
find whatever.
Yeah.
Like I like doing that.
Cause Champagne Lanes is good.
Yeah.
Champagne Lanes is pretty
That
cool.
place was okay. Yeah, I had no problem with it. What the fuck? This dude tased or what?
I know
Or is he just tweaking?
Acme Prince. I've been there before too. That place is pretty cool.
Valley Bar.
Valley Bar is always a move. That one's cool.
Valley Bar is pretty cool, especially if you can see like a show there or something.
Yeah.
Really feels like you're in like a basement like rock show or some shit or whatever you end up seeing.
It's literally what it is.
Yeah. And that's right by Melinda's Alley,
Yeah.
like across the street.
Well, yeah. Valley Bar. No pun intended. Is in the alley too.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. Yeah, Valley Bar is dope, especially like if you're like new to like the Phoenix area and you've never been there or whatever. It will throw you for a loop because it's like it literally is like I'd imagine like any it's just so punk rock, I guess. It's like it's really like kind of it's like
That's what I
it's like a
mean.
little dingy.
I want more
it's super
places like that. I mean,
dingy
I need
and
to find them.
It's kind of musty and
Yeah, that's what I like. I like drinking somewhere that has like character, you know, not like in Scottsdale. Like, do you ever go out to Scottsdale, like Old Town? I know
very,
a lot of
very
people.
rarely because usually it's not my mood.
That's mine. Too.
My spirit lies in downtown.
I love downtown.
It's usually kind of like where I find myself if I'm trying to do that.
Yeah.
Those kind of activities.
Yeah. Me too. We went to Old Town for like Halloween last year, and I mean those places. I just don't. That again, like we're saying, that's just not my vibe to like what I want to be around. It's like I don't know, not enough character. Too new, too clean, too just like I don't know. Like in Austin, there's a whole street of places that are just like Valley Bar. Like they all have good character to them, like stickers all over the wall. Like they've been there. They had like you can just I don't know, just something wholesome about it. Something feels right about drinking at a place like that.
Well, it just has like an individualized like I guess like a spirit to it. You know, it's like it's probably been doing that for a long time and it's not new yet. It's always kind of reveled in that environment. It's always just been its own thing, you know, and it's not trying to be anything else other than what it is. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, if you haven't been there, you know, it's like okay, this is like it's like a little bit more on the nuance side of like it's Valley Bar. Like that's just what it is. A Valley Bar has a certain like a smell to it, like an environment, clientele, structure, you know, everything. It's just Valley Bar. Just like if you go to Cobra, like it's its own thing. I mean, you can at least say that it's the only place in the area that just has that. You know, even Ziggy's Pin Bar has like a certain aura to it.
That place does.
Yeah,
I felt it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And when you're there, like during like the nighttime, is like that dance floor is like lit up and it just attracts people to go on it. You know, more than anywhere I've ever been in Phoenix to like actually dance. Like if you're actually trying to move around and dance and have fun, I recommend Ziggy's.
Do they have the music for
Stardust. Decent. That's the thing.
That's the one thing that throws me off at places.
Yeah.
Because I have to wanna like you have to make me dance. I'm not just gonna wanna dance to like whatever's on. Like I'm not that type. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna be like.
Trust me neither.
But. Nah, you can do it though. I've seen you dance, you know.
I could do it, but there's a way different dopamine rush. Like, you know, I mean, and usually like when the whack shit comes on, I go to the bathroom or whatever and, you know, do whatever in there. But, yeah, man, I mean, basically how I see it is make me come out the bathroom, you know.
Yeah,
like,
that's how I feel. Make me dance. Make me want to dance.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's possible.
The music is the number one factor for me when it comes to going to the club. It's like I need some decent avant-garde selection.
Do you think there's any more place here that has that? I feel like there's not.
The only time you can ever catch that is when you have these like particular nights that they kind of advertise these. more specific kind of nightlife things. Like say on Thursday, Valley Bar will have like a city pop, night, or they'll have like an old school hip hop night, or like this and that. I think the DJs get a little bit more free reign as to like what they have on the playlist and things like that, because it's akin to like whatever is on the menu for that night. Whereas like on a Saturday or a Friday or whatever, I think it's just kind of like the pop menu, and it's just like what everybody likes. And I usually I'm not really that privy to it. Sometimes you'll kind of catch a DJ like that has a little bit more flavor and things like that, but oftentimes, dude, that's the downfall, at least with clubs on the mainstream level.
That's the biggest turnoff for me.
Yeah, it's like it'll get me like tamed really quick, if I don't really hear anything that I'm really liking.
Yeah, that's why I want to have like a party. That's what I used to love about college, having a party at your place and controlling the aux.
Yeah,
I swear, we had the best parties. Everyone was, like, nobody was asking. I mean, of course, there were only like 40 people. I mean, sometimes there were quite a bit more, but it's small sample size, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I mean, everyone always loved the music whenever we were playing our own shit. And so when you go out, it's tough to have to succumb to the choice of someone else, of the masses especially.
Big time. I always have a conversation with Megan about this, but I'm like, yeah, like there's no like bravery anymore when it comes to music in the club sometimes, like, or at least there's lack thereof. Like why does everything have to be something that's already been heard before
on the radio too?
Yeah, why can't it be somebody's first time tonight listening to this song or whatever? I don't understand why everything has to be like so prepackaged. It's like there's more to like nightlife than just, I mean, hey, why isn't there people going up to the DJ asking what song is this, or asking, I mean, I remember I was at a party like, I don't know, a couple months ago, and I was on the aux. I played a couple songs, and there was a girl that was like, she got super excited about, she had never heard Signs before, by Snoop and all them, and she was asking what song it was. She was like genuinely excited, like what song is this? I need to know. And I mean, of course, it bigged up my ego, but I was just like, I was pretty excited. I don't know, like I love that. I love when people like, ask like, oh, what song is this? And you can tell that they have like, they just can't wait to listen to it on their lonesome, and like really make it their own, I guess,
Yeah.
I mean, it's dope. Like, I don't see why that can't be translated into the club arena,
Yeah, or even like a lounge. I think that would be cool. Like especially for me, like I said, I'm not a huge dancer. I'll have my moments, but like a lounge somewhere where they can play cool music, like, and you can just chill. I mean, and just listen to the music. I think that's what it is. A lot of people aren't actually listening to the music. They're just doing their shit, yelling, dancing, drinking. But a true like lounge where, yeah, like you said, you could play whatever music you want. You can slow it down for a little bit, you know what I mean, or speed it back up, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like hookah lounges do some, at least in my past, hookah lounges do a good job of that, of like playing better music.
Yeah.
At least in Tucson, that's the only time I've really been to the hookah lounge.
Hookah lounge in Tucson.
I kind of miss that.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, I kind of miss the hookah lounge. Pretty sick.
Yeah.
Get like some strawberry mint on there, or like watermelon mint.
Okay.
Fire. You ever been?
No.
Bro, it's fire. We might have to go one of these days just to.
Man, when I get my own thing running
shisha.
here, I'm gonna literally have a lounge like every other month or whatever.
We'll be
place.
like Drake. We'll have the hookah, like our own hookah thing.
Yeah.
Our own thing, our own piece.
Type shit. I mean, I can't. That's one of my number one factors, like with getting my own spot and all that, is like having that. You can see I've been preparing for it. So that's what I'm gonna have like vinyl nights. All analog, no phones.
That's sick.
No bullshit. Might even have no phone nights where I'll invite you over and you just put your phone in a bucket or whatever.
Zip it up in one of those bags.
Zip it up
lock
in
it
a
up.
bag and just put it over there on the counter.
Or you can be like in school, like you put one of those like shoe holders on the door, and everyone puts their shit in the shoe holder.
Type shit, like for real, and just like vibe out, vibe out, have fun.
I think about doing stuff like that every time, like especially like the past few weekends when I've been drinking. I'm like, man, it'd be so fun to have like a place where people can come together. I'm like, we should plan something. I'm like, we should get a hotel room or something and just like go at one of these resorts,
Yeah.
just go swimming, just drinking, like
Yeah.
something
Well,
like
I'm
that.
gonna have like stuff like that, and I'm gonna have like I'm also gonna have like dinner parties. You know, like where it's just dinner, chilling. You know, different playlists. You know, out of that bunch, but yeah, like I'm planning to have like some pretty cool little events. You know, little theme
Nice.
parties and shit when I
Yeah.
move out. So you're invited.
Sweet. I've
Yeah.
been waiting for it.
Yeah.
I've been saying people don't throw parties like that, like they used to.
Oh yeah.
It's unfortunate.
We're gonna get this shit rocking for sure. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that to me is more fun than going out because of the control of the music and the control of like I guess who's around too, and like how crazy you can go. You can go way crazier at like your boy's house than you can when you're out in public. Like as far as drinking wise.
Kinda, yeah.
Of course, you want to stay respectable. You
Yeah.
want to stay respectful, but you can let loose more. I feel like at your boy's place, like knowing you can just like I don't know, pass out on the couch or whatever, rather
Yeah.
than having to find your way back home.
Yeah.
But that'd be really sick. I always, I don't always, but I think of like having like a business like that, maybe like a coffee shop / lounge, you know, and even the coffee shop, even in the morning, I want to be playing like different music. I want to be playing like, I don't know, current music, not just coffee shop fucking acoustic, you know. I've never been to a place that's like that, or even like have a certain time in the morning where it's like, all right, this is, I know we're a coffee shop, but from 10 to 12, it's power hour or some shit. You know, we got the music turned up loud. Like if you think this is like a Starbucks where you're gonna get your work done, this is not it for that time.
Yeah.
At least for those 2 hours. And then in the evening, kind of transition to like a lounge, like a wine lounge or something too. Not even like beer.
Yeah, like just like a metamorphosis of a lounge, kind of just different spaces for different places and different people. And
That'd be sweet. I feel like that could make some money too, because you could have like events there and host like different type of events. People can rent it out and get like, oh, we're having our bachelorette party, or it's like, oh, we're having our work team breakfast, or you know, just so much the versatility in it.
for sure, especially when you kind of offer like a wide palette of like tastes
And enough room in there where like it looks nice. There's like couches, like true lounge. You know what I mean? Like
done right.
done right.
You done did it.
Right now, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, this last weekend we went to this place. It's in Peoria. I can't think of what it's called. It was called Mariscos al Molcajete or something like that. Or wait, no, that wasn't the one we went to. Fuck, I can't think
Fuck
of
is
it.
that?
We were craving some ceviche,
Oh, okay.
and so we went to find some. But like, I wanted like the real thing, you know, not like. I mean, they even by my apartment, anywhere like, you're not getting it. 20 minutes anywhere from my apartment, like even my apartment to here, you're not getting it.
I know.
You're not getting it. So you got to go further south. You got to go south.
South.
And so we're still in Peoria, I think, but it was like
You gotta go further south, huh?
you do to find the real
Southwest?
shit. Like this place was even had like I said, it even had like that Mexican ass name.
Mm.
It was like Mariscos something.
Mm.
Mariscos. But anyway, damn, I can't believe I can't think of the name because that's not the right one.
Mm-mm.
But
Was it
anyway,
good?
Fire.
I like ceviche.
Ceviche, oof. That was just hit the spot, and then we got michelada. I didn't even know I liked micheladas, but we got one. I was like, oh, it goes with it, you know, like got to do the whole thing. That was fire too. It's just a perfect mix. I was just a little mini vacation, you know. I was in Cancun for a little bit.
Did Maddie like it?
She liked it.
Yeah.
She doesn't love seafood, but ceviche and like shrimp in general is like the one that she does like.
Yeah.
She likes sushi too now.
That's usually the caveat with people that don't like seafood. For some reason, they still like, shrimp.
Shrimp, maybe lobster.
Yeah.
Sometimes sushi or like
All
fish
the
sticks.
bugs.
Yeah, yeah, those are, huh? Like the little crickets and
Crickets of the sea.
cockroaches. Yeah, it is weird, but oh man, it was
No,
so
it's
good.
great. I mean, it's great. Trust me, I love that shit too. But
And the michelada with it. You don't like beer though, huh?
I do not at
Michelada
all.
was like such a. This was like the first one I've had in like years, and I always thought I didn't like them, but something about that. Maybe it's like maybe I'm just maturing. My palate's maturing, and so that should smack too.
Mm.
So that was good. I wish I could find the name because I should give him a good shout out, even though it was kind of stinky in there.
That's what I need. Remember that one time we went to Taco Bell and the ceiling was leaking?
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
yeah,
And remember or you said you're like, this is kind of what I wanted.
yeah. That's what you want
Character,
to see.
as you'd say.
That is character. This place had that character. Like everyone there spoke Spanish. Like we walk in, there's like nobody in there except for like this guys that look like they just got off their shift, like as construction workers, just throwing down like a they had like a bucket of Modelo's in there.
Yeah,
So I was like, I know we're in the right place.
they're definitely hitting pins in the back.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm like, yeah, we're in the right place. And sure enough, I mean, the food was fire though too.
Yeah.
Like if you like ceviche, I'll have to figure out the name and I'll send it to you so you can go there.
Okay. I'm telling you, you gotta try Benny's Burgers.
Yeah, I should have when I got a haircut right now, huh?
Yeah, that's over there by.
Have you ever heard of Bad Jimmy's? I think that's what it's called.
Bad Jimmy's?
Yeah.
No.
It's like a burger place downtown. Apparently, I saw it like on a Facebook reel, or like a Facebook short or whatever they're called.
Yeah. You think he's gonna get him? Think he's gonna get him?
Shit, they're definitely.
Oh,
good.
he's smart.
Oh,
Went through
the parking
shit.
lot.
Smart man.
Damn. Oh,
Hey,
they're
that's-
on his ass though.
Yeah, they are.
You ever
See, the
like,
smart thing would be to go through that and then actually go towards the other cops because they're obstructing traffic, and there's way more of y'all than there is of me, so it's easier for me to get through, whereas you guys gotta, get in unison in one line or whatever.
You ever want to get in a police chase, like just to kind of see if you can get away?
I'd get away.
I'm like, I wish I could like test it,
I'd get away.
just to
I
try
just
to get
need to
away.
make it curly.
Even in the daytime or in the night? Is nighttime easier?
Nighttime's easier, but,
I'm always like, I always think I'd pull one of those moves where you just pull into like an alley and turn your lights off, like everyone just drives right by you.
yeah. Well, the only way that you could, if they have the helicopter on you, you'd have to go into the tunnel and make a move. You probably have to
Yeah.
go into the tunnel and make a U-turn and then like get ghost after that real quick.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do. You have to go in the tunnel, make a U-turn, and then like fucking make a couple moves and get off there on like 7th Street or 7th Ave and really get ghost. You gotta get ghost though. I mean, you have to pull into somebody's like garage or something, carport,
Yeah.
and watching your rear view as like they all pass by and shit.
Yeah, even on the freeway, like I think about it too. Like, oh, could I get through here? Could I get out of here?
That's a bad spot though. Anybody that's being chased on the freeway, it's like it's not a good spot for you.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's almost like since it's meant to get places quick or whatever, and it's just like a straight line or no lights, no traffic, like that's your best friend in that situation. Traffic and all that. The thing that usually would be in your way is a good thing. You want things to be in your way because it'll be in their way too. And if you can just evade it, they may get picked off like fucking pigeons. So, I would like that thrill, but I wouldn't like that consequence if caught.
Right. But the thrill to try at least.
Yeah, I want like 4 stars, not 5, but 4.
Speaking of coffee lounges, you ever go to EXO? Have you been there?
XO?
Yeah.
No.
EXO. You should go there. You probably like it.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's
That's a coffee place?
Yeah, it's got some character to it. It's like a cool like city coffee place.
I never heard of that.
It's over on like Central. It's like pretty close to Central and like 7th Ave.
Mm.
So it's like pretty close to Copper Star.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know you've been there, right?
Yeah, that place is cool. That has a cool little vibe to it. It's a good area.
That one's got a nice little like mom and pop like coffee shop, sweet like grandma coffee shop vibe to it to me. EXO
Even
has
with
like
all
a
the alternative girls in there.
that changes it, but like the outside, like the outside and like even the inside, it's very homey.
I was like, you got belly tattoos and septum piercings. I mean,
And colored hair and shit.
colored hair, yeah, and that's mom and pop.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think they'd be very accepting of that.
yeah.
I
True.
am, just to be a disclaimer, but I'm just saying, yeah, to
Yeah.
what he said.
No, me too. But I mean, like the outside.
See, you'll
just
get
like,
that too. You'll get me too there. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
But just the outside, because it looks like a. I don't know. It just looks like it has like. I don't know. It looks like very. I don't know what the right word to describe it is. It just feels like comforting. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel it.
And but EXO is more like a urban like city vibe.
So it's black.
No,
I'm playing.
no. I mean, it's more just like I don't know, just like city. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like city slicker.
City Slicker. Another good coffee shop is the Boyer in Surprise, or probably like borderline Glendale / Surprise, but the Boyer coffee shop, super duper good, and plus their cinnamon rolls are like, I'd almost tell you not to even try it, because I mean it's like that, like it's like you're gonna get another one.
Mm.
Crazy. It's like a cinnamon roll that the whole cinnamon roll is the middle of any other cinnamon roll,
Mm.
and better.
Mm.
It's ridiculous, and get it warmed up.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah,
Telling
I'm
you.
getting a cinnamon roll warmed
It's
up.
dumb. It's stupid.
Mm.
It's like
Yeah, that
$4.
sounds
It's just
That's
ridiculous.
not even a lot.
Yeah,
That's a good price right there.
and it's a good little. Now that's a mom and pop spot. I mean, that's like a because there's a bunch of grandmas and stuff in there. It's like Sun City vibe, that kind of shit. But the Boyer coffee shop, really good. Yeah, take Maddie there. She'll love it too.
I have to. There's so many coffee places here, all different. I need to try them all.
Megan has like a list, like literally like. I mean, we rate them every time we go and stuff. With like all the ratings and everything, the name of the coffee shop and the ratings and all that. We rate it based off of atmosphere, service, and quality of food or drink or whatever.
Whatever you get.
5 stars max.
Mm.
We probably at least have like 25.
She's got them all to keep track of.
All on her phone, yeah. They letting this guy go?
Yeah. Turns out he was a good guy. Just
What the fuck? On the wrong side of the road?
yeah, and some bad circumstances.
Yeah, wrong side of the bed. He forgot what he was doing.
North Little Rock, Arkansas. For those of you that don't know, which is all of you, but we've been watching Cops in the background.
Yeah. Cops and different music in the back. Bastard playing right now. Tyler's first project. It's crazy, yeah. Like this is just so evolutionary. Both Cops and Tyler at the same time.
It seemed like they matched. This feels like a JPEG Mafia music video or something.
When's the last time you got pulled over?
Like a month ago.
Where?
I got a ticket, yeah.
You got a ticket? For real?
Some bullshit. I haven't even got a ticket in Arizona at all, and then
For what?
or I pulled over at all, and then I got a ticket for speeding
Speeding? Where?
down 67th Avenue on my way to work.
Really?
Yeah, I was going like 55 in a 40 or some shit.
Damn, man.
Got my ass.
That's whack. Were you scared?
No.
Did your heart start beating?
Yeah, no.
Did
Just
it?
Like, no.
No?
It didn't, because I'm just like, I'm either going to get a ticket or not. Like,
Did he linger behind you for a
no,
while? Or?
no, it was one of those ones where I'm speeding. I see a car pulled up there. I'm like, oh, is that a cop? Is that a cop? I'm like driving by. Fuck, it's a cop. Boop, boop. Right as I'm like passing by, pretty much.
Wait, was he driving too?
No, he was stopped by like on the side.
Oh,
He was stopped facing like at an intersection.
Yeah.
That I was driving by.
intersection when you're driving by. Okay.
Yeah, because like
So
67
was he like on
has,
the prowl?
Yes.
He was looking for that?
Yes,
Okay.
he was looking for that. And
Gotcha.
67th has 3 lanes, and it's like wide open. There's like no reason the speed limit should be 40. Like
Yeah.
it's 3 lanes wide open. But anyway, right by work, and got my ass. Got
Damn.
a ticket. It was inconvenient, but
Well, how much is this ticket?
it was well, it was either the ticket or going to like traffic school.
School, yeah.
I think the ticket would have been more, like close to like $300.
Yeah.
But traffic school was still like two something.
It's the same thing, yeah.
It's about the. It was about the same. It was like 250 or something.
Okay. Yeah.
But at least it gets expunged or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just did an online traffic school. It took
Those
me
things
like
are so
4
bullshit,
hours.
huh?
Yeah.
Because you have to sit there and you have to like go through the prompts or whatever. But the like questions are like you can't like technically fail.
You can't fail. Yeah.
Yeah, like you just click and just.
And you also can't go as fast as you want because it makes you like locks you in.
There,
yeah, locks you in for the certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So
I have chores to do during that day because all you do is but then you can't like let it fall asleep either.
yeah,
And you
that's
have to,
why
like-
I did it at work. It was perfect. Nobody interrupted me. But it was bullshit still.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I got last time I got though was a fucking machine though. That's why I felt like hella ripped off.
It was like a camera or what?
Camera, dude, going like down like some Scottsdale Road or whatever.
They're out there, yeah, in Scottsdale. Especially.
Dude.
That's the only place I ever see them.
And I wasn't even I wasn't even like really like speeding. Trust me, I speed a lot, and like
Yeah.
I was just driving and it just it was probably even like less than yours. Like I mean, I was like, because it's just the camera. It just activates like as soon as it feels that or whatever. So, dude, let's just say the speed limit was like 35. Dude, I'm going like 42. Like I was like 7, 6 miles over the speed limit. And it flashed me, and like there's no I
Can't explain to anyone.
I can't explain it to anybody. You know what I mean? The only thing it flashes you, and you have like all this coordinate stuff to do and
They
whatever,
track your ass
whatever.
down, huh? I've heard of people like kind of just like evading those, but I don't know how successful that is.
The only time you could evade is if they didn't see
Your face
your
or what?
well, not your face, more over your driver's license.
Or your thing
Or
in the
no,
back.
you're not.
Your
driver's
license plate.
Your license plate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How do people get away? Have you see those people with like dark ass license plate covers and shit? I didn't
Maybe
even know
that's
that
what
was
it's for or
allowed. Maybe
something
that's
like
what you
that.
need.
Yeah, hey, I mean that'd be smart if you just have like a film to where like maybe to the naked eye and sunlight and stuff you could always see it, but as soon as it's flashed or whatever it's just reflective.
I think
it's
they
just
have
like
that.
white.
Yeah, I think
That'd
they
be
may have that.
smart. Yeah. Like a double mirror kind of thing, you flash it and it's like it almost like gives it like that like an old school Nike sign or something. You know how
Yeah,
that,
like
that
reflective.
3M.
Yeah,
Yeah,
reflective. They
yeah.
need to give them like a reflective like outline or something.
Cause dude, I would invest in that. Cause dude, I mean, just I spent like that much too. It's like the same exact amount. It's just that you get it off your record and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
the cameras are bullshit though.
Even more like bamboozled, cause there's no repealing it at all.
Yeah.
And like nobody, the law world is just like, it's just like unforgiving because like nobody really gives a fuck. Like I was asking the lady, like I was like how do I get this reverse and this and that, and she's basically saying like there is no reversing it. It's just either you pay or you don't.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, damn, y'all just don't give a shit. Like it's just your job to tell me that. Like
don't
there's
give a
no
shit.
repealing nothing.
Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
Hey,
like,
I got my 2 kids. I need to like pay for their medical bills because I did
Yeah.
this or that. That they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You're just the name and the computer.
Yeah. At least with like human stopping, because I've been stopped a couple times and I've been alright. Even the last time I got stopped by like a cop, I was speeding like a mug. I mean, I was going like 105.
Damn, and you got a warning?
I got a warning.
Lucky bastard, bro.
Well, because both me and this other Beamer were like, just doing our thing and shit, and he pulled me over, and I think he said he's gonna pull the other guy over too or whatever. He probably wouldn't, but I just got caught.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're going fast or whatever, and I said, yeah, officer, I said you caught me having a little bit of fun, Said my apologies. I was just, I was just having a little fun. He's like, yeah, I saw you in the Beamer. I don't know if you guys know each other, but and it's like he's like, and there's a lot of traffic out here. He's like, you guys just gotta be careful, man. He's like, let me ask you a question. If you were like, if you have any family, you have like friends and stuff. He's like, you wouldn't want, them to be around like that and stuff. He's like, just slow it down, all right. That's what he told me, and he's like, have a nice day. I was like, damn. I said, thank you.
Yeah.
I said, I get it. I said, I get the picture. I learned my lesson, But yeah, we were like, I mean, we weren't racing, but I mean, he was opening
Things
up
were
his
moving.
shit. I was opening up my shit. And,
Yeah.
But I think people low key admire the car a little bit. So like, people are like, of course you're gonna be speeding. I think it just looks different, like when you're like speeding in like a minivan or something like that. Like it looks different, but like when you're like my car just gets like love like a little bit like that. So I think I'm a little bit, a little spoiled a little bit.
Well, yeah, I got fucked on mine because I wasn't going that fast, and I haven't even been pulled over in other circumstances. Like I was like, damn, I don't even get. I thought you get like a warning or two or something like that. I thought it was
Yeah,
strike three. What's
yeah,
going on
yeah.
here? I'm like, damn. That's why I wasn't even scared. Cause I was like, oh, hopefully, I'm like, he's probably
Yeah,
just gonna give
he
me
thought
a
he was
warning.
gonna
Like
get warning.
I didn't even got pulled over in like forever.
Yeah.
But
And see, the next time, I think within like the next 2 years, we can't get pulled over, or
one
else
year,
1 year, or else like it just goes straight to your record
yeah, you can't do the driving school.
forever.
It's kind of fucked, huh? Whatever.
You can go to jail.
And that was one time too. That was my mistake because usually I could speed and I can kind of see like, all right, let me be careful right here. Like I'm all by myself, or oh, there's
Yeah.
too many intersections over here, or I've seen a
Yeah.
cop here before. But that time I saw that car, I'm like, oh, is that a car? I'm like, fuck. And I kept going.
Kept on
That was
going,
that
huh?
was a mistake. That was the mistake.
Yeah. Oftentimes, I mean, I know like people like to brake and stuff, but it's almost you have to make it look like a natural brake, like a natural like
Yeah, there
slowing
is a
down.
key to that.
Yeah, like because you don't want to stop abruptly because that makes it look like you're speeding anyway. You want to just
Exactly.
like slow down to where a point, like even if you do pass me, you're going a little fast. Like it's like I mean, out of respect for you, officer, I mean, I did slow down. Like I was slowing down, like even just seeing you. I think officers kind of see it as like a nod to them, like it's like kind of plays into their ego / power complex like a little bit. It's like, yeah, you saw me and you did what you're supposed to do, huh?
Right.
I guess all cops don't have that accent, but just for theatrics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. Sorry to hear about that. That's crazy. I asked that too.
Yeah. Well, that was like a month ago now.
Oh, word.
I was fine. I was like, it was like an inconvenient at first. I was like mad. I was like, God damn it, whatever. But then afterwards, it's like,
Yeah,
well,
it's over with.
yeah, it's like honestly, I'm super lucky. I could just get it over with and not. It's not like I have to be like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna be able to pay my bills for the week or
Right.
eat dinner or whatever. Like it was just like it was inconvenient, but it didn't hurt me.
But you do start thinking about all the things that you could have bought with it.
Right.
That's what
But
I
now
start
you have
thinking.
to.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, that sure would have been nice if I could have just bought those shoes I wanted or.
I've been
whatever.
wanting
I
these
mean,
forever and didn't buy them, but now I'm spending the money anyway.
Exactly.
Exactly. Even like a plane ticket or something.
Right?
It's
I mean,
like-
that's literally what that is. Like, it's like a plane ticket, some expensive whatever. I mean, that's a lot of money. Like, just to be putting into the air. Giving it to an entity that doesn't even like technically like need it. Like,
Exactly. It's definitely a bummer, but at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, well, I can make more money. It's fine, Let's just keep going,
yeah,
keep moving forward.
yeah.
But don't wait.
Don't wait, or else you'll have a felony, a warrant.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, I think I'm all potted out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Took
trying
your
to think
pod
if there's,
pill and
if there's any other
the effects are feeling it.
feeling the
Alright.
effects.
You wanna celebrate some other effects with that bong there
Shit,
after this?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
that sounds about right to me.
So I think so.
Yeah, let me check my schedule.
Let me check my itinerary.
I think it's looking pretty clear for that.
Let me check my BlackBerry.
I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna ask you for some of that Red Man. I was like,
Oh, were
shit.
you?
Yeah.
You want some? Well, whatever.
I was like, damn, I haven't had that in a while. and spit
Oh,
it
my
in here.
bad.
You're good.
I thought you were gonna catch it.
Both my hands were taken.
All right. Well, till next time. Don't wait. Don't wait on anything, guys.
The Great
you know.
Bambino.
The Great Bambino. Put one of those chewers in. Back in the second.
Chaw.
Chaw.
That's nice.
Is it good?
Mhm.
Okay. I was like, I bought it a little while ago, but it has been
It's a little dry, but
in the bag.
once it goes in your mouth, it changes.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick right there. I'm
What?
not gonna lie. Then it makes you feel like a man a little bit.
Yeah. It's that well, it's called America's Best, but it used to be called Red Man.
Wait, it's not called Red Man anymore? Or is that like a different brand or something?
It's the same exact Red Man brand, but they don't say
I
Red Man
see.
anymore. Yeah.
I'm putting it together. I'm like, oh, like the Redskins.
Yeah. Redskins, Red Man. They got rid of all the Native American stuff,
Well,
which
at least
is crazy.
at least
I mean,
being red. I mean, I get it.
it's
I guess.
very interesting.
Even Uncle Ben's too that they got rid of, huh?
Uncle Ben,
Aunt Jemima.
all that, the rice, the chew, the syrup.
How'd you feel about that?
It's a weird blend of like, I see the Americana part of it, like, being just iconic, like, American brands of like, I'd say pretty sought
kinda what I
after
thought
American
about.
food,
I never
like-
thought it was like a negative like stereotype or something like that.
Me neither, but I can also, I 100% get that like, portraying like a black man or a black woman on like any type of product, especially when the people that own it definitely ain't probably black, you know what I mean? So just kind of like using like that image as like portraying like a likeness that maybe isn't like super duper close in relativity to like the culture of like
Yeah, it's
how
like
these
it's still
people are,
What's the word I'm looking? Oh, I'm talking to this. What's the word I'm looking for?
I'm talking to the cup.
Yeah, it's still like a. I can't think of the word I'm thinking of, but it's like a not like a cartoon, but it's still like a exaggerated idea of like
Yeah.
someone.
It's like it's like making caricatures out of
Caricature.
culture.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a caricature.
Yeah. But I agree with the move. I think it's the smartest, smart move for, having a little bit more decency towards the people that it affects,
Yeah.
Now, if I unfortunately, that's just how it is. But if it was owned by like a person of color or whatever, I could see how it could be like that, But it's like I believe that I would unknowing, unbeknownst to me, I don't know who the owners of Aunt Jemima or Red Man are and things like that, but I could promise you that they're probably they don't look like Aunt Jemima.
It's probably like Frito-Lay or something, like a big corporation,
Probably
like Lay's or Pepsi or some shit.
Yeah, and it just looks weird, when it's like in that light.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, especially. Yeah, if it was like
it's like a white dude in a dashiki, like it's just,
Yeah, if it was like, oh yeah, Ben was like my great grandpa or whatever that started making rice in his like basement or some shit like that. I mean, I guess that would make sense.
Yeah,
But
keep Ben's like legacy living on, but Ben was probably originally like just something that you guys, I'm sure there's a history behind it that justifies like the move,
Well, shit.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
All right.
Thank you guys for listening. I know it's kind of a longer one, kind of a choppy one with some of the breaks we had, but thanks for bearing with us.
Yeah, I think the breaks are good though. Kind of helps revitalize.
I like the breaks. I don't mind them at all. And I think once we put it together, it's not even noticeable. But
Not at all.
But thanks you guys for listening. Appreciate anyone that does listen to this, whether in full or in part or in their car or in their room.
Hopefully you take at least one or two things out of every pod. That's my goal.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
I hope that, you could take something, and if you don't take anything, I hope that at least provided some relief for whatever is happening in your life. You're able to get away and listen to some knuckleheads talk about whatever we talk about. It's always a blur.
Phoenix knuckleheads.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you subscribe, like. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to shout out this page. You ever see, I think it's like Makoto Archives?
No.
He's pretty sick. I started watching him on YouTube. He does like outfit stuff.
Oh yeah.
But he has like his own. I don't know if it's just him, but he has like a clothing company too. And I know he's located in the area. I know he's in the. He
really?
says Arizona, so I don't know exactly where, but I would assume like Phoenix area. I guess I shouldn't assume. He could be out there in Yuma for all I know, but I don't
Yeah,
think they drink.
I haven't seen this guy, but I'll check out the channel.
Yeah, I like his channel. They make their own clothes, design their own clothes. That part I really like too.
Dope.
So everyone else check that out too.
Dope.
But other than that, see you next time.
I'll see ya.